is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yeah, I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to be the best.
BoxingVoice.com. To be one champion, one face, one name. His name's Deontay Wilder. BoxingVoice.com.
This the fight that I've been wanting to keep done for the longest time.
110%. There's no doubt in my mind that fight will happen. There's no doubt in my mind I'll beat Wilder as well.
I'm scaring heavyweights each and every time. Don't you see it? You know, I am the most feared. And if I'm not, then I want somebody to shut me up. I want somebody to prove that to me. I want to be proven wrong. But right now, I don't feel like nobody's gonna prove me wrong. Who has the guts?
Good morning, TBV. Let's get to some Crawford bashing this morning. Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. Or am I? What's up, ladies and gents? We're going to be talking to the Dazn interview with the fantastic reporter, man. I look up to this guy, man. I mean, Chris Manix. Wow. I mean, Sports Illustrated, ESPN, Dazn, man, everywhere, doing his thing and not changing, regardless of the size of the check, not changing. Not to say that he brought any pressure to Crawford. He did a very, cool, calm, and collected interview between the two. Crawford just said the things that we already knew, and now what we have is audio for his, very how should I put this? Fanatical fans. They're fans of Crawford, so they want to see the best in him, and they only see the best in him. But things like pointless when speaking of Shawn Porter, like, if Danny Garcia is your biggest fight, if you can land him, then Porter's your super fight, right? I mean, because Porter beat Danny, and he's always in a thrilling fight. Not to mention, just for facts. Ken Porter's come out already and said, yo, Al, let us know. We could start negotiating. So Bob father, call me. You have my number. John, my man. Hey, it's my number. Call me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, YouTube has made this fight, and for one reason or another, Crawford's seeming to be backing out of it.
Deal with this behind closed doors, because a lot of negotiations can go on over social media and YouTube channels and stuff.
No, AJ, that was a thing of the past. That was before TBV got so big and the audience fucking voice could be heard across the world. Yes, sir. People call in from all over the world to give their takes. But you know what? There is a misconception from a few of these very aggressive callers that this is a Crawford hate show. So on the Dazn interview, we're going to comment creep. And we're going to see, is it Ness GTO and his band of merry men that just want to hate on Crawford and his excellence? Or is it just the Crawford fanatics are blinded by the love for Crawford that they can't see reality? So we'll check on the video by Dazn, which I'll add only has 31,000 views. Meanwhile, my man Earl did a welterweight interview 5 days ago, and he's got 500,000 views. Yo, Gotti! What up, Mike? How it is?
Believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
Windows camp, 2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and missed, 2 to stand over.
Turn up.
Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in.
BoxingVoice.com. Look who in the motherfucking building. Yo, 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 yo. Good morning, good morning. Shout out to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one, man. Terence Crawford had an interview with Chris Manix on the zone that kind of ruffled some people's feathers, you know what I'm saying? The got people talking, got people buzzing. He mentioned Shawn Porter's name, but did not mention the name how we wanted him to mention. So I guess we'll get into this interview, break it down, and let's see what he said, man. I know a lot of people out there got their takes on it, got their analysis on it. And look, I'm not going to sit up here and say it's going to be easy to defend Terence Crawford, but looking at the audio, man, I think, you know what I'm saying, we can possibly interpret it a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? I think, I know Crawford is not really a big media darling, you know what I'm saying, a big media personality, and sometimes he says things in the media that has us thinking, and sometimes, man, when it just seems like when he knows that we want something, it seems like he's not trying to let on or like play his hand. So we'll see what he comes up with. We'll see what Bob Arum, if Bob sent that offer to Ken, because Ken did come out and say, hey, man, we're free to negotiate. We are free to do anything. So Bob sent us that call. So let's see how this plays out. But let's got the audio, man. Let's have some fun this morning.
I don't have the audio. I'm gonna go to the Dazn interview, and I'm gonna try and pause and stop. You know, they're pretty cool with the sharing of their content, so we shouldn't have an issue. Remember the number to call in. In about 9 minutes, we'll open up those phone lines on Blog Talk. But right now, you can Skype us, which is really the best way of communicating and listening to the show. Mike, I'm sorry I missed.
Super chat coming in from Trenton Jones, a.k.a. Tracy. Showtime Shawn Porter is top 3 at 147. Facts. Absolutely.
No.
Trenton,
he is pointless. Right now, he's pointless, but I get it. He ain't got a belt, man. You know, Jose Benavidez had that mythical belt. And Okan had the, he won the WBC International Middle Eastern belt from Billy Dibb.
It was after the Terence Crawford fight.
Oh, so he didn't have a belt for Crawford fight either. Well, Velasquez, he had the belt. Oh, no, he wasn't even the mandatory, so he didn't have a belt. It wasn't even I don't know. Pointless. That's just, I don't know. Pointless. Mike.
Hey, man. Hey, what's going on, man? Pointless is a bad word. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think there was a great use of vocabulary right there. I think a fight with Shawn Porter, if you can't get the other champions in the ring, makes more sense than anybody else. And like I said, man, I think it's just Terence Crawford being condescending and not letting his hand go. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think that that fight will happen sometime next year. It's too much buzz about it, too much talk about it, and if you go right when everybody's saying hey, go left, you're gonna have a lot of people looking at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
So what about his thoughts on Teixeira? I'm just trying to buy time for whatever reason. Chrome is going stupid slow with the history.
That's what happened when you restart. But with Teixeira, man, that fight is a interesting fight. You know what I'm saying? I can understand him not being worried about 154 because he's not in that division. You know what I'm saying right now. And honestly, I think he's not looking at the Teixeira fight because, honestly, truth be told, in my opinion, he's looking at that Shawn Porter fight. I know what he said in the media. I know what he said in things, you know what I'm saying? But he's the kind of person that does not let stuff play out in social media, you know what I'm saying? He has his comments on Twitter about fighters, but when it comes to well, I can't say that because when it comes to fight, he called out Floyd Mayweather. But Yeah, man. I just think it's him not trying to play his whole hand, and hopefully we can get some negotiations for that fight.
I mean, it's interesting, you know. He calls out Mayweather, Amir Khan. You know, dude's not really active, and Porter's active, bro. You know, Teixeira showed he's active. He said he was watching tape with Carlos Adames, but I finally got this interview. Let's do it.
Stablemate, Maurice Hooker, fighting back here on this card. But I want to ask you, you're about a week removed from your last fight, a tougher fight that I think a lot of people expected it to be. What did you think of your performance?
Well, I
just want to, you know, we're going to have to pause. This is not me trying to overtalk the interview. This is us trying not to get flagged. It is not our interview, but we still want to share the audio with you. So we got to break it down so it's not continuously played through and labeled as us copywriting or trying to steal or use their content non-informatively, right? So I wanted to pause it because, again, I want to give credit to Chris Manix, who said what we all said, or at least the same boxing fans said, that we didn't expect that fight to look the way that it looked.
My opponent to be tough, you know. I've been following him for a long time. I've seen him fight live in person. You know, what do you expect from a two-time Olympian? And I give myself a B-. You know, I did a lot.
I think that's a fair assessment, Mike. You know, I don't think he was you know, he's being honest there. B-, even a B+. You know, even a B+.
B+ is a little bit too much. He did get caught in that fight a couple times. I was leaning more towards like a C+, B- area, so I can see that. You know what I'm saying? But Cain Velasquez was a opponent that was game for that night. You know what I'm saying? He came out and showed that he had some mettle about him, and was able to have some success on Bud. So a B-, C+ ain't bad.
I mean, yo, look, you know, you got to do your job and emphasize when a person lands some punches, but it's a fight, man. Like, maybe Crawford is getting a little bit of that Mayweather shit where it's like no matter what you do, people criticize because it's a fight. You're supposed to get touched. You're supposed to get touched. You know, it's not like, oh, he got hit. He ain't supposed to. Like, it's a fight. So he still got the knockout, right? You know, and
yeah, of course.
I mean, he was always confident. His confidence never, I think, was you know, taken from him in that fight. No matter what sort of success you may think Cain Velasquez has, he always made the fight. He was the one coming forward, and he pushed the pace. But back to the tape.
Things in there wrong. I fought the wrong fight, but at the same time, you know, I got the.
What do you think he meant by he fought the wrong fight? Because did you see something different from him?
Yeah, so same thing we been saying. Like he didn't fight like a normal Terence Crawford fight. He fought pretty much like a dog fight, fought Mexican style, coming forward, front foot, applying pressure, throwing punches, taking the shots to give shots. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely didn't fight the tactical breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Assessment that we normally see from Terence Crawford. It was more of going in, seek, and destroy more than computing your opponent and breaking them down.
Yeah. Like a Charlo performance, like the first Harrison Charlo performance where he came to seek and destroy, you know, looking for that knockout. But I didn't have anything wrong with it. I thought that was, you know, really what made the fight. Again, like I said earlier, he pushed the pace. Cain Velasquez was meant to come forward, but he switched it up last minute to throw Crawford and his team off.
I like the Charlo comparison, but I think it's more of a better be than got a Vazdik guy who was coming forward, applying pressure, and who was having success ripping to the body. Because that first fight, Charlo was not really having that much success against Harrison. Harrison was catching him with clean shots in that first fight, but in the second fight, he was able to get the knockout. But I think a Vazdik and a better be is kind of more indicative of what that fight we seen with Terence Crawford and Mean Machine.
Job done in tremendous fashion, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Your promoter, Bob Arum, says he wants to make a fight between you and Shawn Porter. Both you and Porter have said it's going to be about us. We're going to decide if we make that fight. Have you had a chance to...
So that was the thing. It's going to be about us. We going to sit down. Well, Shawn and his dad ain't sit down with Crawford, and they ready. They sat down with Al to get the green light, and they got it. So he about to backtrack on this whole we gotta sit down.
Talk to Shawn in the last week, and where does that stand?
No, not at all. You know, like I said, that's not a fight that I'm focused on right now or even worried about.
I'm not focused on or even worried about. Mike, that shit had to hurt when you heard those two words like that. Not focused on and not worried about?
Not really, you know what I'm saying? 1 week after his fight, you know what I'm saying? Guy probably gonna go on vacation, you know what I'm saying? Spend some time with his family. So right now, he probably not really worried about Shawn Porter that much. Now, look, after the beginning of next year, I think his tune would change after he come back off of vacation. Because I watched his IG. I believe he's in Disney World or something like that, you know what I'm saying, enjoying life. So I think once he gets his bearings back, you know what I'm saying, come back from a vacation, a little break, gets back into the gym, you know what I'm saying, talk to his team and see what's on the docket, you know what I'm saying, who is the best fight out there. And I think Shawn Porter is the best fight out there. So I just think right now, he's not really concerned about making fights or having a conversation. Probably more concerned with just being a family man.
You know, I'm focused on other things right now.
You're not interested in a Porter fight?
Well, you know, if we had to fight, you know, and if it made sense.
Yo, what does he mean by if we had to fight?
That's when I don't know if we had to fight. I mean, I guess if the fight came together and if it made sense, I guess how we hear in boxing nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
He said it backwards. He said, well, if we had to fight and it made sense, not if it makes sense if we got to fight. He's saying, well, if we had to, like if, you know, if push came, if like that's the last option. I don't know how to interpret that. It just sounds... You know? Yeah,
it sounds kind of funky. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to interpret it either. The best way I can interpret it is man, I hate when I start fucking talking about money and shit, man. Because if it makes sense, and in my opinion, that's when boxers say if it makes sense, if it makes, you know what I'm saying, lucrative sense, you know what I'm saying, for them. So hopefully we ain't getting that term from Terence Crawford now, but it seems like that could be a possibility. Go ahead, Ness.
No, I was just going to say, as a man that, you know, likes to say he's not the smartest or sharpest crayon in the box, what does make sense mean to you? What does that translate? For us little slow boxing fans.
Financial.
Oh, okay, financials. What's another word for financials? Numbers? Oh, okay, yeah. So numbers matter. Numbers matter. Okay, numbers matter.
Just like Danny Garcia been saying all week, like, I fight Terence, no problem. Make sure my the paperwork right.
Yeah, I'm just happy those numbers matter. Back to the tape.
Then that would be a fight that we both would agree upon. But I feel like right now, you know, that's not something that we should discuss right now because it's nothing on the table for me.
Another fight that.
What does he mean? Is nothing on the table for me? Because that kind of right there gave me again that feeling like, all right, maybe he does want this fight. Because not on the table for me means like, yo, I ain't talking about it until Bob say they actually negotiating it. That little part gave me that, like, I got that interpretation. Like, if it's on the table and we could talk about it, then we'll talk about it. But all this hypothetical, I ain't got nothing on the table for me. Why are we talking about Porter if it ain't really on the table? Is that how you took it? Or I'm doing a good job helping you?
You really doing a good job helping me. I believe like maybe possibly that's what he meant, you know what I'm saying? But maybe he meant like Shawn ain't got no belt, so ain't really nothing he bring to the table. But at the same time, I think the name of Shawn Porter and the success that he had in the Keith Thurman fight, the success that he had in the Danny Garcia fight and Earl Spence, I know he's one out of two, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he made a good account of himself. So I think he does have something on the table for Terence Crawford. It's more of a legacy-building fight. It's more of a career-defining fight. And that's what you need, you know what I'm saying? That's what we all want to see. We want to see the best at 147 fight the best at 147. And for all intents and purposes, like Shawn Porter is a very, very game opponent at 147.
Hey, Mike, again, man, just help me out here. If you are a boxer you have a manager. Do you and your manager communicate? Especially about deals, right? Like potential Porter fights, hypothetically. You know, Ken Porter, is he talking to Shawn about this this Crawford fight, or is he just going straight to Al like, hey, give me the green light to negotiate? You know, I don't got to talk to my son. I handle my son. He gonna fight who I tell him to fight. Or you think he sat down with his very grown, mature son, who's a father himself, who has his own home, the head of his own household, a provider, and said, listen, this is what's going on. I'm going to talk to Al and see if we could at least hear what they're offering. Or do you think that Ken is out there in the media saying he got the green light to negotiate a fight with Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford without speaking to Shawn Porter?
Absolutely not. I think Ken has been in contact with his son, you know what I'm saying? And I think they have the green light, you know what I'm saying, to go out and negotiate. Now, when it comes to Terence Crawford, you know what I'm saying, I believe any fighter, when it comes to like management, you know what I'm saying, they give their management team like marching orders, like, we want this, go out there and do the best you can to get this fight, you know what I'm saying, go work with the promoter and things like that. So I do believe that the managers and things take their instructions from the fighter. More so than the promoter.
Oh, okay, that's even better. The reason I bring that up is because I see. I'm not gonna call, because fan is short for fanatic, and you know, fanatic sounds a little more aggressive. Fan is cool. I'm a fan of plenty of fighters, so you know. So in layman terms, I'm you know, technically I'm a fanatic as well, because we're just abbreviating it, right? But I'm gonna call some of these crazies radicals, right? So the reason I brought all that up, you know, asking you to tell me about the manager and their communication, is because I see radicals out here saying, where's the audio? Where's the tape? You ain't got no tape. This don't exist. This is all bullshit. Shawn never called out Crawford. So now they need a verbal call out from Shawn Porter outside of Shawn and his manager / father / advisor, Al Heyman, communicating and getting the green light to negotiate this fight. The radicals are now saying, no, it don't matter. This is just Ken. Shawn don't know nothing. He on vacation somewhere with his kid. He ain't hear none of this, and he needs to call out Bud via video or audio. What do you feel about that?
I think honestly, with these two guys, I mean, we know that ain't Shawn Porter Stilo, so I don't even know why we even asking for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't Shawn Porter's makeup. We don't see Shawn Porter make videos and call motherfuckers out. Now, we did see him, you know what I'm saying, when Keith Thurman was doing an interview, he just came down, you know what I'm saying, and kind of interrupted his interview. That was like the first time and probably the only time that I've seen Shawn Porter, like, truly, go ahead.
I was going to say, just in context, well, he also did dress up like a wrestler and call out Danny on his Instagram. Oh, yeah. Remember?
Yeah, but that's more... That's more fun, you know what I'm saying? It was that was funny as shit. But I just think that with this fight, Shawn Porter and Terence got a good relationship, and I just think that those two guys will come together and possibly, you know what I'm saying, make this fight. I don't think this fight plays out in the media. I think those two guys come together, and you won't hear Shawn Porter call Terence Crawford out. It'll be more of a mutual agreement.
Yeah, I mean, I see Bo Mack and Ken Porter sitting down before anything, but it looks like Ken doesn't want to talk to Bo and rather hear it from Bob. And, you know, we're waiting for that. But look, it's been a minute. Maybe I could call Bob today. We do a second show and get on top of this. Get on the top of the fact. I mean, bring it to light, to Bob's eyes and ears, that Ken is out in the media saying that he got the green light and he's waiting now on your phone call. Maybe we need to relay that message to Bob.
It'll be interesting to hear what Bob got to say if he heard the audio for Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? That would be very interesting to see his take on all that.
Yeah, especially when he was one of the guys kind of like speaking of Teixeira and the move up to 54 as a possibility. But back to the tape.
That's been talked about for you is Patrick Teixeira just won a piece of the 154-pound title. That would involve you moving up another weight class. Does that interest you?
Well, you know, I haven't heard anything about that, you know, so I can't really, give my take on that.
Yo, you think he's related to Leonard Ellerbe by any chance? God, my man deflection skills is on level 1,000. Every time he talk, I hear him eat the mushroom from. He just like Super Mario, bruh. It don't matter if it's not on the table for you. We asking you to, talk hypothetically. What do you think about that fight? What do you think about that move? Oh, it ain't on the table, so I can't even think about it?
Yeah, he shut it down, man. He ain't got no interest in going to 154, man. Still business to handle at 147, but I know, like, people like, no, he didn't. Well, apparently it's not. He's not trying to fight Shawn Porter, man. Just give it time, man. Now, if it come next year and we see that the Shawn Porter fight didn't happen, and now if Shawn Porter fights Pacquiao or Errol Spence, then we can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. But if it happens, like, and Terence Crawford fights before Shawn Porter and Shawn doesn't have an opponent, then we can start looking like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, man. You know what?
Because one thing about the sport of boxing, man, shit changes like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody say something one day, and the next day it's totally different. You know what I'm saying? So if this just comes next year and he's not fighting Shawn Porter in the first fight, which in my opinion does not make any sense, you know what I'm saying? Because Earl is hurt, he's coming back, and he should be fighting Danny Garcia. And I don't know if
Earl's really busy. Don't forget, Earl got to come back mandatory with Danny. And then they're going to call the Cuadricilo with the IBF. I read an article like 2 days ago about that. So Earl's off the table for next year.
And I don't know how likely a Manny Pacquiao fight is. I mean, after seeing Shawn Porter have that success against Errol Spence, I don't know if Manny Pacquiao last fight he wants to go out against Shawn Porter. You know what I'm saying? Because like what I've been hearing, like his last fight is on PBC is coming up. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, then I don't know if Manny's looking at Shawn Porter as a Bon Voyage fight. You know what I'm saying? On PBC. You feel me?
Yeah. Yo, the Crawford protectors are in full force on Skype. I'm getting messages my computer just flashes. And they like, yo, Mando's Trump. Unification's Trump Mandos. And that's, tell that shit to the same people we talking about, IBF and WBO, to Joshua, who not letting him do nothing but defend them shits as mandatory defenses. Man, listen, that's part of the business. We cannot get mad at that. Just like we not getting mad at, Crawford, right? He handled his mandatory so that he could be free to not fight Shawn Porter or Patrick Teixeira. We'll see what he's going to do. Let me get back to the audio.
I seen him fight Adames. We watched that fight, at my house in training camp, and he looks, all right, boxing. And he did everything he had to do to get the job done that night against Carlos.
Is moving up in weight.
When you watch it, and he says he watched it, the video of Carlos Adames fighting Teixeira, he kind of smirks. I think he thinks he could take him for real. He didn't say he is good. He said, even when he said he looked good, he paused in it and shook his head, like he looked, and made that face like, all right, good, not good. You know what I'm saying? Or no.
I mean, he's a fighter, so I mean, I'm pretty sure he's seen some things in Teixeira that he can probably take advantage of, something like that. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, smiling and smirking and saying that you don't want to fight, kind of, you know what I'm saying, goes by the wayside. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Weight though, do you feel like you're good at 147, 54 might be too big, or how do you feel about that?
Well, like I always said, with my skills, I feel like I can go up in weight if I wanted to, but I'm at 147 right now, and that's the weight that I'm campaigning at. So that's the weight that I'm focused at.
That's it. So right there, that's the nail in the coffin. I'm not moving up. Yeah, I can move up. I know I'm skillful enough, but not right now. I got business to handle. And look, you can't interpret that as what the Crawford, detractors are. They're trying to call them all types of names, that rhyme with, fuck, right? So it's like, yo, that's not that. He's staying focused at the goal. His true goal is be undisputed at 147. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to interpret this how you want. But that is the audio. Now is the fun part. We're going to screen share the comments. Because, whoa. They said it was me. They said I'm the dude that got the Bud hate over here. Look at this. You watching? Or you gonna pull it up on your phone?
Yeah, man, I'm here. I'm listening.
So the first one, it got 33 likes. Says sounds like he only wants easy fights. 33 likes. Let's see, 2 replies. We're gonna read some replies as long as it's not too many, because this one got 15 under there. That's a lot. I've been telling people this. Bud Crawfish got people fooled, man. No one is ducking Crawfish. Okay. Sergio Rodriguez comes back and says, exactly. He says, I want all the PBC fighters, but yet Reigns with Bob, then Porter is available, and all of a sudden, they are best friends? If everything is right, okay. Another one, here goes Rocket. He's the next one. This got 92 thumbs up. He says, one thing I can say about DAZN, they don't care what network a fighter's on. They promote and recognize all fighters. Very true. Very true. Thumbs up on that. We made that 93. Jose says, this just made Bud look real bad. 72 thumbs up on that. Mind you, there's 753 comments. This only has 31,000 views. This was 3 days ago. So we're talking 72 hours.
And I really hate how you did that shit, man. I hate how you did. He got 31,000 views and early half a million. Everybody want to see Earl how he fucking look and make sure he all right, man.
Nah, they both welterweights. They both welterweights, and the argument is welterweight supremacy.
Yes, man. You know good damn well people got more interest.
Hold on. I got a message. Hold on, I got a message.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
Thank you, Floyd.
You love that fucking soundbite, boy. I swear to God.
I'm just saying, man. Them numbers don't lie, man. Them numbers don't lie.
But we gotta acknowledge, man, that Earl was coming off of a bad car crash, and for people who didn't see that,
and Crawford coming off a fantastic performance.
But we gotta acknowledge there's more.
He suffered some adversity. He suffered some adversity. We did good numbers on Crawford shows after that. People were like, "Yo, he's doing well too." Yeah, I get what you're saying. Obviously, there's more interest in. Let's see Earl how he looks. I get you. I mean, one got 500,000, the other one got not even 10%. Numbers. Oh, wait. Why would I do that when I know your favorite rapper? Numbers don't lie. Yeah. Back to the motherfucking comments. Who we got? CTB89. All the lame excuses about Bud not wanting to fight Porter because Porter doesn't have a belt is nonsense. You can't go fight Amir Khan beltless, then turn around and say Shawn Porter, a proven top welterweight, is pointless because he don't have a belt? 45 thumbs up on that. Anthony Walker. So Spence should do all the heavy lifting while you sneak in the side and fight for the belts? That's what I've been saying. I'm like, yo, he got to prove. He proved himself. He was undisputed. I'm like, dog, we need to see him with some real welterweights. Oh, wow. Look at this one. All duck emojis. And it says, DuckTales. Tim Bradley ran from his gums from clout chasing. Okay. I ain't going to read all these, but I still haven't. I mean, how long you want me to go before we see if we could find any positive ones? Because I don't want to read them all. We could waste our time. But it says, the next one is Matt. He says, Crawford ducking a real fight, someone who is gaming and coming to win. Crawford versus Porter, April 2020 is a great fight. Absolutely. Thumbs that up. Caesar Salad. Crawford versus any level A fighter ain't happening. Wow, 24 thumbs up. I don't even know, Carleon, something like that. Crawford is crazy. A fight with Porter will guarantee a fight with Spence. Whoa. Now he's talking. Oh, one of our very own Team Batman Boxing. What it do? If the Porter fight is pointless, Crawford is yet to have a meaningful fight. Wow, Mike. What do you think about that?
It's not a good comment in this motherfucker.
Oh, you skipped ahead. You went ahead.
I'm at the bottom of this motherfucker. Nigga called it boy Ducker. They called his name Duck Squires. Oh, he called out PBC. Now he don't want him. Oh my God, bro.
Oh shit, I'm not sharing it properly. They weren't okay. Now y'all can see it all. Sorry, guys.
It's sad. No one respects him anymore. What the fuck? This is really disgusting. He offers Amir Khan more money than a guy who beat him, Danny Garcia. Crawford is scared of Porter.
And you know, the thing is, the Crawford radicals are going to come on and say, it don't matter what them comments say. They never did anything. They ain't achieve what Crawford achieved. They trolls.
I mean, it don't matter what they come and say, but at the same time, it is a barometer of how boxing fans, you know what I'm saying, really feel.
No, I think it matters, Mike, because in this day and age, you know that these new promoters and networks, Dazn, PBC, they're listening to these comments. And I ain't even gonna take Bob out of that. Top Rank is also listening to the comments. Like, nah, we can't act like, yo, everyone, Walmart listens to the comments, bro. You can't drop a comment no more. Like, reviews are serious, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess you could delete and block at this point on these sorts of platforms, but corporations take that serious.
I always read reviews like before I buy something on Amazon. It just,
me too.
Like, it's just like a fucking habit now, you know what I'm saying? Make sure it's sized right, it fits right, anybody had no problems, they ain't gonna break and shit like that. So I get it.
Look at the next one, bro, because this is how we all feel. Oh boy. Crawford versus Porter ain't happening? Shaking my head, 113 thumbs up. Next one. Bud out here robbing his fans. Bud out here robbing his fans. He won't ever get my bread unless he fights someone. He over there pump faking like a motherfucker. Wiggins, he says he doesn't want to fight the best. And 3 little chicky emojis. Little chicks. Next,
just enjoy it right now, man. Just enjoy it right now, because next year when my fighter is in a ring with one of these PBC guys and he beats him, I want y'all to keep that same energy.
Man.
Let me finish, Ness. I want to keep y'all that same energy. I want you guys to have that same energy. Oh, he's a ducker. He can't fight. He don't want to fight nobody. But when he beat your guy, don't give me his props then. You know what I'm saying? Keep that same energy, bro. We gonna get this fight. Trust me. I'm gonna do my personal best to make sure every day that Bud and Porter are free, I say something on this show about them two fighting to make the motherfucking fight happen, because boxing need this, man. Like, we don't need to see fucking Jose Benavidez 2. We don't need to see Mean Machine 3. We don't need to see Amir Khan. We don't need to see Kell Brook. Danny Garcia is not a bad opponent, but he's tied up with Earl Spence. We need to see Thurman. He's hurt. Pacquiao, he don't want it. The only person over there that seems like he's wanted and who is going to be available is Shawn Porter. And if we don't get that fight, man, we got to look at everybody, you know what I'm saying? Bud included. Like, what the fuck is going on? Is it about money, or is it about being the best in legacy and really building your brand? Now, if it's about money, you know what I'm saying? Be like Floyd Mayweather and say that shit every day, every time you come out, so people can know what the fuck you're about, you know what I'm saying? You about that bread, you know what I'm saying? And we respect that. But you can't say it's about legacy and then hide behind the cloak of the paperwork got to be right. Nigga, sometimes you got to do what Floyd did. Take less money for that big fight, you know what I'm saying? Give Porter a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? If you really, really want that big fight, Porter, in my opinion, deserves a little bit more than a Danny Garcia do, because he has that pedigree. He beat Danny Garcia. He was a 2-time welterweight champion, so he has that cachet with his name.
If you want to build Crawford into the next guy, you know, that's going to make the super fight with Earl, you do take the Danny fight first. You know, speaking strictly boxing, you take the Danny fight first. Danny has more shine. Why you think both Keith and Thurman Keith and Porter both wanted to fight him, regardless of loss? They know what he brings to the table in terms of popularity. They know how big a fight at the Barclays Center would be. And I know that I like Danny's chances more, but Crawford would be the favorite in that fight. So if he could get past that successfully, he's built this profile, Eddie Hearn style, and then that Earl fight is more feasible, because, again, it's about numbers. You got to be bringing something to the table other than that last piece, because then you going to be like Pacquiao. Pacquiao to Mayweather's fight, he didn't get 50-50. You and Bob been talking this ridiculous 50-50, even 45-10 in the middle, and I know you want to rebuttal. Ed, I see you. Ed Levine from the IBO. Give me 1 minute to allow Mike the respect to rebuttal. Oh, you're not going to rebuttal? All right, so I'll go straight to Ed. Ed, how are you, man? Good morning, and thank you for coming on the show. How are you?
Sure. It's always fun. I look forward to it. How have you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good, stirring the pot, and I'm gonna jump right into it because we had Mauricio on. I believe maybe 48 hours after you had you on last on, and I had all those questions that I had for you fresh in my mind, and your answers, and I said, hey, why are you leaving my good friend Ed on the outside? Why is he outside on in the cold? He said, well, look, we've offered him. What was his exact words? Let me see. Something like, they've offered you to become non-profit to join the elite group of the other sanctioning bodies, and that you guys turned that down or declined that. But long story short, obviously you're not with them, and this was offered to you. So what happened?
Well, I think that it's interesting the way you framed it is somewhat similar to the statement that Mauricio made to me. We were at a meeting in California, the 5 sanctioning bodies and the California State Athletic Commission, some months ago, and during the discussions, there was a roundtable discussions, and there were some journalists there, and someone asked him the question, why don't you, when you're talking about the sanctioning bodies, why don't you include the IBO? And his answer was, well, we don't include the IBO because they're not a nonprofit corporation. So I'm usually pretty quiet at these things. Not quiet, but I usually wait my turn to give my answers to things. But I interrupted him, and I said, that's absolutely nonsense. So it's interesting that he brought up the same thing. First of all,
why is it nonsense?
I'm going to ask you some. Okay, well, I'll ask you a question. What's your picture of a nonprofit corporation? What do you visualize when you think of a nonprofit? Give me what do you think of? What charitable organization do you think of, or what do you think a nonprofit? I
don't know. Isn't Salvation Army nonprofit?
Very good. Salvation Army, Boy Scouts of America, Better Business Bureau. I mean, Salvation Army, generally, nonprofit corporations are charitable organizations. Somehow, equating a nonprofit charitable organization with a professional boxing sanctioning body doesn't sound right to me. Doesn't make sense to me. Now,
why not? Why not? When they're definitely doing multiple charitable events, they're spreading that money around for sure. Now, I'm sure there could be a narrative pitch where they're lining their pockets, but they're spreading that money around. They're doing a lot of good throughout the globe, internationally, globally. I mean, the way I receive your press releases, I receive theirs. They're everywhere, doing something. If it's not in a hospital, they're investing money into VADA or, charitable events for fighters that have no money. So many, they got a financial advisory board going on for fighters. So many things, though. So I can see the charity side, just like I can see, some people probably living a very lavish lifestyle, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you establish a company and you're doing so much good, you should also be able to live good. I mean, Mauricio flies around the world just like Eddie, right? He's not even a promoter, but he has to be at all these events. That alone, I fly around the world and I'm not getting enough. I would love to get enough to do this. You know what I mean? So charitable or not, the employees have to be paid.
Well, I have no problem with paying employees, obviously. But if you look at some, nonprofits, there's been exposures on these. I'm not saying this is what the WBC is doing, by the way, but there have been exposures on. Pardon me?
I got a nonprofit for you that I think is doing exactly what you said they're doing. The NCAA and Mark Emery, they get paid a exorbitant amount of money, and they are a nonprofit organization, which I don't really understand when you're making billions of dollars a year, how you can be exempt from taxes like that.
Well, see, that's the other side of the story that I was going to, Mike. What percentage of the revenue is being written off as business expenses, and what percentage of the revenue is going towards charitable, actually getting to charitable ventures. If you look closer at a lot of these nonprofits, you'll find out that for every dollar they collect, 2 cents goes to charity.
I'm cutting you off because I'm staring the pot, man. It's easy to say what you just said, right? Like asking the question. But the point is, he's invited you in. So you don't have to ask the question. You can learn. You can be the one to know, and not only know, but try and control. If you think that there is a improper disbursement of funds, now you're on the inside. You're in the coveted ring.
No, I'm not, because each charitable organization and each nonprofit corporation is governed by their, in their case of, by the state and by the federal government. 2 of them are controlled by other foreign governments, and then you have 3 of you have the WBO and the IBF, which are governed by the United States government. Now, I'm sure they comply with the governmental regulations. If they don't, they would not be able to be charitable organizations. But when you think in terms of, and I don't follow exactly what they do charitable with their charitable dollars, but if you take the, I don't know, getting some feedback here, but if you take some easy math and look at the amount of revenue that pours into some of the major sanctioning bodies, it's staggering. And what portion of that staggering amount of money goes into charity, I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. If you took them up, because once again,
let me just
go ahead.
No, you're allowed to jump in. What I was saying is, the way you presented the question, the way you presented what Mauricio said to you was, if the IBO did this, they would recognize us. That's not the way it was presented to me. That's a positive statement that you just said to me. What was said to me when I heard it directly from Mauricio was, we don't recognize them because there was no invitation there. It wasn't said, if they did this, we would then consider recognizing.
Well, now, like Floyd Mayweather and Canelo, Canelo said, look, I'll fight him at 152. It's out there. There's audio. The conversation can be had. The question is, do you want to be on the inside? Do you feel that if you join them, you can do some good? Or would it be better, or do you want to remain where you're at?
Well, here, let me say this to you. We do some good, and we do a lot of charity work. Our budget, you can't even compare the amount of the amount of income that we have, the amount of revenue that we have there's no comparison. You're comparing a neighborhood business to there's just no way that I can possibly compare it.
But I get that, but that's why you got to join the majors. That's the whole point of joining the majors. You're going to get an increase. You're going to get that bump. You're going to get that recognition.
Well, you're making the assumption that the majors would be welcome for us to join them. And that assumption I disagree with completely.
I mean, the assumption is based off the interview that we had, but that's fine. We can't go back and forth with that forever. I do want to talk about Vincent Feisenbutz. He's your IBO super middleweight champion, and I wanted to ask, why isn't this fight with Caleb Plant being mentioned as at least Feisenbutz defending the freaking IBO? This is what I'm saying. Get on the inside, Ed. I can't beat this message down enough. Now he's going to have a fight on PBC on Fox, national televisions, versus Caleb Plant, whose numbers only continue to increase on television every time he's on TV. He's got the IBF on the line. Why isn't this at least being mentioned that the IBO would be there and it's going to be on the line or be even if Caleb doesn't want it and doesn't want to pay the fees, why isn't Vincent defending it? Why isn't he demanding that it's being mentioned or in the press release? Why do I have to let my listeners know he's the IBO champ.
But because he's not the IBO champ, he's the IBO international champ. He's not our world champion. When Vincent Feigenbutz fought for the IBO international title, what his promoters had in mind was that if Chris Eubank Jr. did move down to middleweight and therefore vacated the super middleweight title, that Feigenbutz, as the international champion, would be in a position to fight for that vacant title, which he would have been. However, in the interim, in the few weeks interim between when Eubank was vacated, title was vacated, they signed to fight for the vacant IBF title. So the conversations then changed between us and the promoters for Feigenbutz. Just to be totally straight, the conversations were, we thought you guys were aiming for the IBO world title. And they said, yes, we were, but then this IBF opportunity opened up for the IBF vacant title, so we took that. Sorry, this is what happened. So now we still have a vacant title, but we have an IBO Intercontinental champion who is actually ahead of Feigenbutz in terms of priority because he's our Intercontinental champion. And that fighter is Evgeny Shvedenko, an undefeated Russian fighter who fights out of Germany. And he is going to be fighting for the vacant IBO super middleweight title sometime in February or March.
The fact that Feigenbutz changed his direction speaks for itself. I'm telling you, if there were more respect for that version of the green belt, or the other green belt, that sounds good, the other green belt, then he probably would have continued his route, is what I'm saying. You got to get on the inside. You got to use this olive branch. Listen, he knows. Mauricio knows me. He knows I stir the pot. Our relationship was based on me attacking him for his decision to put Robert Guerrero in the ring with Danny for a vacant title. I love
the fact that you say what's on your mind. I mean, it's beautiful because you just say what you're thinking, which is what makes you so enjoyable to talk to and to listen to. However, you are making some assumptions about this joining them and the open door that they have opened to us, which is, in my opinion, not at all accurate because they don't. The other sanctioning bodies do not want the IBO to be part of what they have. That's why they have agreements amongst themselves.
Sorry about that. Michael jumping back in. Apologies.
They have agreements amongst themselves that they've had for a decade or so as to priority of unifications, recognition of other sanctioning bodies, and those agreements are to keep other sanctioning bodies out, not to bring other sanctioning bodies in. And also, quite frankly, their business models are totally different than ours. We do not want to be part of a big five. We want to be an independent one. Some of the things that they do are very beneficial to them. Their ratings, they can put somebody in a number 15 because that promoter wants to put that fighter in a world title fight. We can't do that because we have computerized ratings. So they have the ability to
Ed, but that's all fine. That's all fine. But if you brought your company amongst the big five, the things that you do right would be brought to light. The fans, the fighters would respect your rankings more. But if the belt isn't recognized, the fighters are not going to care about the ranking system. Now, if everyone is respecting that belt, they're going to care about your rank because they know that there's no politics involved. They're going to go the IBO route. But you got to get in on the little fraternity. You got to. Being independent is cool to a certain extent. Everyone gets bought out. Come on.
Well, I'll tell you, Nestor, the other side of that coin is over the last decade, all these great fighters have fighting for the IBO title. Why do you think they're doing it?
Ed,
Why are they
listen to
doing
me.
it? They're doing it.
Until you show me a unification with the IBO, we have a huge hurdle to cross. That's just the bottom line. Until Crawford could go and unify with Sebastian Formella, we're not talking about nothing. We're not talking about nothing. Just because the belt could be added during a unification, even the fact that only one fighter has to want that in itself is a little weird. Like, it should be both fighters wanting that doesn't make sense unless it's a Floyd situation where he just doesn't want to pay your sanctioning fees. But you got to get it to the level where Crawford and Bob Arum want to fight Sebastian Formella. They need another welterweight, and they're not looking at that direction. I was over here beating the drum for Thulani Minge, and this man went and lost to Formella. I thought his height and reach was going to be a good fight for Crawford. And look, but you got to make it enticing to Bob. The same way PBC is obviously in bed with the WBA. I'm beating the drum for you because the WBA is wretched. They have 5 titles per division. It's ridiculous. I would rather it be you with one belt, with a computerized ranking, doing the right thing. But you got to fight the good fight. You got to try. I mean, sitting on the outside, pecking away, I mean, that's good. But again, until you can be in a unification, you have not done your job as a sanctioning body. And I'm gonna lay it to you like that. You can't sit around here thinking that the IBO is the shit if you can't get a unification. That unification is the essence of boxing.
Well, we get unifications between two fighters, one holding the IBO belt and one holding another belt. The other sanctioning body may not call it a unification,
and
but
that's
it
my
is a
argument.
unification.
That's my argument. If the other sanctioning body isn't calling it and the fighter isn't calling it, we have a major issue.
Well, you have Nyambar coming up against Gary Russell Jr. Nyambar holds the IBF title.
And
Russell holds WBO.
Exactly, and that is not being called a unification. I'll pull up a press release right now from Kelly Swanson. It's not being called a unification.
Yeah, anything that's concerning, that's correct. Kelly Swanson will not call it a unification. But it is, in fact, a unification, and both fighters are, in fact, unifying 2 titles. But you are correct, it will not be called a unification.
So what is it the IBO have to do to make sure the media outlets and ESPN and blog sites really respect the IBO and start calling it a unification or start recognizing people as being the IBO champion?
Well, I think the problem that it's not a problem. The actual way it works on the battlefield, so to speak, is you have to remember, we go to a fight, and we're the number 5. And if the IBO comes out like gangbusters and calls it like it is, like Nestor or Mike can do, we become not just their competition, we become their enemy. And when we become their enemy, which we are not now, when we go to a fight, we treat everybody with respect, with professionalism. That includes every sanctioning body there, regardless of which one. And there's a working.
I'm sorry for cutting you out, but isn't that the problem? There's no friends in business. It's dog eat dog out here. We want our IBO belt to stand above everybody else's belt. How do you get that IBO to that point? That's what I'm asking.
20 years of working on this, with everything I got, trying everything I can to get it. We get it to a stage where we can have great champions, which we do. We can have great fights, which we do. We have managers, promoters, and champions who want our titles, which we do. But to break it into the next level to be on a par with those 4 sanctioning bodies would require going to war. Going to war, sometimes you can't lose, sometimes you can't win certain wars. That's just the way the world is. I mean, you go in there and you go full. There are things that I could say or opine or accuse in public that would not. It would get a lot of attention for sure, but it wouldn't put us on an equal footing with those other sanctioning bodies in terms of recognition. Now, there's the difference between the words recognition and respect, by the way. Earlier you said, Nestor said, well, this is what I think about such and such a sanctioning body. You can say that because that's your job and you do it well, and that's why people listen to you guys. You say what's on your mind and you talk about it, but you're not going to lose your position or your job or your audience by saying it, because people want to hear that. But in my position as the president of a sanctioning body, I got to think in terms of the survival of the sanctioning body, and what happens if I go to war with those other sanctioning bodies. I can't do that. It just will not work. It's a war we will lose. We don't have the pockets that are deep enough to fight that war.
So, what is your vision for the IBO in the next 10 years?
My vision of the IBO is for the list of promoters that I could give you, some of them very, very prominent, for those promoters to realize, which a lot of them do, that they need an independent title that they can rely on for a great champion who has reason to be called a world champion, one champion for the IBO, that they can say, this is the best fighter at this weight. And even if he fights for another title, and even if they don't call it a unification fight, but if that fighter has to relinquish that title for some reason, or if that title is taken away from him for some reason, that he still is the IBO world champion, and that people are still going to turn on and watch that fight because of the fighter, and they're not going to say, oh, the IBO is recognized as much, but it's respected because there's nothing's going on wrong here. Here's a champion who's a great champion, and he's the best. He's one of the best. So let's watch the fight. And listen, we have a lot of fights coming up in countries now that are on a phenomenal rebound. Countries and boxing programs. You've seen what's happened in the UK. The huge spike over the last 5, 6, 7 years in the UK.
Yeah, they
and
got
then
a
you've seen
boxing
diminishment.
academy over there, like an actual school for boxing.
Yeah, I mean, then you've seen diminishment of boxing in certain other countries, like 10, 15 years, 20 years ago, I used to go to Germany to do fights, and you couldn't get in a fight. I mean, there were major promoters, major TV networks, major broadcasters covering fights, and it stopped. It just plain stopped. Well, that's changing. There's a huge, huge resurgence in Germany right now. Broadcasters, networks, fans, boxing is taking off like a rocket in certain countries, Germany being one of them. Well, we're involved with that resurgence, with the right broadcasters, with some of the right promoters. It's a cyclical business. If you start comparing Dazn and PBC and ESPN, you will know the fights that I'll talk about myself. I listen to more Dazn. I watch more on Dazn and more on PBC than I do on ESPN because of the quality of the fights. And there's new things, the streaming and the whole business is changing. So, back to the answer to your question, what does the IBO see in its future in the next 10 years? We continue to hire young, bright people to work for us. We continue to operate with one thing in mind only, and that is transparency, independence, respect. I want to be an independent sanctioning body that no one can point out and say, look what they did. Is that stupid? Or look what they did. Isn't that, how wrong can you do, how bad is that? Can you look how they made that fight and call that fight a title fight? Or do you see the current litigation that the IBO is in? Well, none of that's happened. We've never been sued. Why have we never been sued? Why are we the only sanctioning body that's never been involved in litigation for 20 years? Why do you think? So, yeah, this is not any. Let's call us. I understand, Nestor. If you were running the IBO, you'd either make it into the biggest sanctioning body in the world, or you'd bust it out. I'm the turtle here against the hare, but the hare had a 100-yard head start in addition to being faster than we are. And we just do things the right way, and hopefully that people see it little by little, and we get more and more respect. And I don't want to be...
I just don't like that you're making it seem like if you join the majors, you're going to lose yourself, where that's not the case. They're not working together. Everyone is still individual. IBO is still the IBO, and we as the boxing fans still consider the IBO to have the best mandatory system. They make sure Vincent is getting a shot.
IBF.
Yes, IBF, excuse me. Vincent is getting a shot because the IBF is one of the best at mandating. They don't allow, or at least from the outside looking in, it doesn't look like politics are involved in their ranking system, except when it comes to Shawn Porter, which is really odd. You know, he loses a fight, he gets dropped 10, 15 places.
The IBF uniformly enforces their mandatory rules and regulations.
Where the IBO doesn't even have mandatories. Come on.
We do have mandatories.
About that too.
So who's Sebastian Formella's mandatory? What's going on?
Well, Sebastian. Well, right now there's no mandatory because it's a vacant title. So right now that title. Well, Sebastian. Two questions you just asked me. Do we have mandatories? Yes, we do. We just had a mandatory fight in South Africa, where unfortunately the mandatory didn't make the weight. Buthelezzi's been our super flyweight champion. He was given a mandatory. Went to purse bids. They reached an agreement. The fight was scheduled for last weekend, and the mandatory, they came to an agreement on purses. The mandatory contender, who was from Maryland, named Marin, M-A-R-I-N. The fight was scheduled. He didn't make the weight. The fight didn't happen, but that was a mandatory. We do have mandatories.
Is Formella still your champion?
Formella is still our champion, and he is defending. Formella just sent a request in. He's defending on January 18th in Hamburg, Germany, a televised event against a fighter called Roberto Arriaza, a very, very tough fighter from Nicaragua. I think he's 20-1 or something like that. That's not a mandatory; it's an optional.
So
was he was the Harado guy previously in your rankings, or was it just like a petition for him to fight him and y'all approved it?
Yeah, the way. See, this is another area we don't have the leeway that some of the other sanctions body. We could, if we had ratings as the quote Big Four have, we can find a reason to put that fighter in as number 10 or 12. Just based upon our analysis of his ability. But when you're dealing with computerized ratings, we can't do that. So he was just outside of he's ranked number 40 in our computerized ratings. Our computerized ratings say if you rank number 1 to 35, you are eligible. If you're ranked 36 to 50, you need an exception from the Championships Committee.
So you made the exception.
Correct.
Why
now?
Why not mandate the Thulani men's rematch?
I know.
You guys let somebody at 40 get a shot?
Well, I will tell you that the likelihood is that there will be a Mabenj rematch because he will. What we will probably do. That fight was a very close fight. It was close, but it wasn't controversial. There's a difference between being close and controversial. What will happen is the likelihood is that we will have an eliminator with Mabenj and someone else, and the winner of that fight will become the mandatory for Formella. That's what's going to happen.
I hope Mabenj is in there with somebody credible.
We won't do fights against people that are not credible. You know, sometimes you take that number 40 and you say, well, how can you say number 40 is credible? Well, just to test that theory, sometime go onto somebody who's number 14 or 15 in another sanctioning body and see where he's ranked in BoxRec or see where he's ranked in our rankings. And you might be
Tom. Yeah, I was gonna say Tom Schwartz too. He was like 57 in boxing.
You know, ranking, and they're not doing anything wrong. When I say wrong, they're not doing anything illegal. Their rankings are based upon more than just talent. It's based upon also relationships or titles won within that sanctioning body. But if you want to have if you want to remove politics from ratings, you got to do what we do, which has its detriments as well as its benefits.
Do you guys have Jerron? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Say it again, Mike.
I said, do you guys have Jerron Ennis ranked anywhere in your welterweight rankings right now, or has he not done enough to be elevated yet?
No, Jerron Ennis is way up there. He's fighting at what weight, Jerron?
147.
Yeah, 147.
Welterweight. I think he's already in the. 1 second,
I'm pulling it up.
Jerron
as well.
Ennis. I'm looking at it. He's number 14. He's number 14 already.
Okay.
So that means he's beaten quality fighters. To get that high, that quick, at the age of 21 years old.
See, you got to get on board with Ennis as soon as possible and then make him, come out here and, want to defend that IBO versus the other guys. Make him be the guy like, look, I got the IBO. They need to give me a shot, unify with me. Like, you need a Eubank, Eubank was always repping the IBO. No matter what James DeGale said, Eubank was there to defend it. But if you don't have that consistently, I don't know. But listen, Ed, man, sorry.
I got one last question for him. If Eubank was to win like a version of the WBA, would you guys, seeing that he was a champion at 168, possibly like mandated him to fight Gennady Golovkin for the IBO belt?
The answer is
no.
No.
That's a good fight, though, Ed. That's a good fight.
No, I'm not saying it's just that if we mandated that and it made no financial sense, either fighter would walk away from that. So the answer is yes, we could mandate
it. You could put that fight over in the UK and they will eat it up. I'm telling y'all.
You see, not everybody walks away from a belt, Ed. You can't say that so nonchalantly. Canelo, Floyd walk away from belts. You know what I mean? People are walking away from the IBO because of the level of respect. You know it, I know it. We need to increase it. Canelo walked away from the IBF because he's Canelo Alvarez. You don't see I don't see Earl Spence walking away from his IBF.
Well, you saw Gennady walk away from his IBF.
Exactly, because he was Gennady Golovkin waiting for that Canelo Alvarez big fight, which he got, and they made over 2 million pay-per-view buys both times they danced. That's why. That was a financial decision. And he was Gennady Golovkin.
You may also see Anthony Joshua walking away from a belt. No choice.
Doubt it.
If he walk away from it, trust me.
Boxing plays to the flute of Anthony Joshua. He's going to fight Pulev first, and then he'll fight the WBO guy, or he'll fight it vice versa. Usyk first and Pulev next. It's too much money there.
Right.
Too much money there. And their money is transparent. Their money is transparent. There's no, AJ Boxing Promotions. No, everything AJ gets paid is everybody can find it. So the IBO is very happy with their percentage, just like the WBO. They don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. But money dictates so much in boxing. You know that. Sanctioning bodies come in second place to money, no matter who the sanctioning body is, and no matter what level of recognition they have. Money controls. I mean, fights go where the money is, and fighters go where the money is.
So Shawn Porter's number 1 in your IBO rankings. So when does he get mandated?
Yes,
when does he get mandated to fight Formella or Minge? Or is he going to be the eliminator for Minge?
No, because the reality is we do not have the connections with Shawn Porter and his promotional. This is all connections, politics, and business. It's just that simple.
Not necessarily. See, I don't want this interview to be a pounding on you this morning, but if Shawn respected that belt, he would fight for it. You don't need his promoter. That is his opportunity.
And it's up to y'all to make the noise. Make the noise. Say, come out here and mandate Gennady, mandate Shawn Porter. Make the noise to make them say yes or make them say no. But
it's easy.
At least you guys mandate it.
Mike, it's easy for him to get an article on Boxing Scene that says that Danny Garcia is the number 2 and Shawn is the number 1, and they can fight in an eliminator for the IBO and face Sebastian Formella. It's that simple. You got all these highly ranked fighters. Keith, you got Uligas number 3, Keith number 4, Mikey number 5, Avanesian number 6, Quadratulo number 7, Sergey Kavalat. Whoa. Get Kavalaskas out. Nah, I'm joking. Alexander Busbutin, Amir Khan. Look at these ranks. And this is what I'm saying. You get involved in the top 5. You become one of the top 5, rather. And look how sexy these top 15 are, Mike. There's a few I don't really like Amir Khan, what is he doing there? But okay, I understand. But we got Thomas Delorme, Jaron Ennis, Broner, what's going on with these ranks? I thought he was retired, Ed. Broner's retired.
Has he announced his retirement? Yeah.
About 5 times now. I get it. I wouldn't take it seriously either. So he's got Broner, Jamal James, Amir Khan, Alexander Busbutin, Aegis Kavalaskis, Crab and Lobster, Karjatulo, Abdullah Kurov, David Avanesian, Mikey.
And honestly,
some good rankings.
At those rankings, like in the IBO being an international belt, I would kind of hitch my horse to David Avanesian. He's been very impressive since that Kavalaskis loss.
Yeah, he knocked out Loagra.
It's interesting that some of the names you've mentioned we are working with, but I can't talk about it. So that,
you can't talk about a lot. You can't talk about a lot. And what we know is that you said you're happy being independent, which translates to I don't care what invitation they sent me. I'm good doing what we're doing.
Well, let's put it like this. Next time I see Mauricio, I'll clarify that statement with him, and then next time we have an interview, we'll talk about that.
All right. Well, Ed, man, I want to thank you for your time as always, man. Enjoy your day over there in sunny Miami, and any social media, give it out at this time.
Blessings and happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy holidays, guys. Have a great year. Speak to you soon.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The president of the IBO, Ed
and you
Levine.
can follow the IBO Boxing on Twitter and IG, IBO Boxing.
Yeah, I think it's IBO International, no?
I thought it was IBO Boxing. I just literally looked it up. It said, IBO Boxing.
I wanted to ask him about the belt. This thing is so, because I'm telling you, fighters don't even know, Mike. This is a nice belt. I'm
you got the black version.
No, this is green. It's like a nice beef and broccoli green. Y'all used to call Tim's beef and broccoli back in the day.
I know. I know it's green, but it looked black right there.
No, it's got black leather trim and then like snake skin green, dark, not the WBC green.
Yeah, I know.
You know, this
It's
the other
fucking
green
nice.
belt. The other green belt. That's the hashtag. He don't even know. See, he talking about hire young people. He better hire some young people that's smart. That's the hashtag. Get the new movement. The other green belt. The other green belt. All the champions like, nah, come fight me for the other green belt. You know what I'm saying? But this thing heavy. I'm done. The interview's over. But yeah, man. These rankings are decent.
Well, you gotta give Joshua credit, boy. He been in the ring 30 minutes with them bitches on his shoulders and everything.
Yeah, no, listen, this is heavier for sure than the WBC. This thing is heavy, too heavy. I believe Joshua's last picture too. He strapped it around his waist. That's because it's heavy, bruh. Put that shit on your arms if you want. You better go with the IBF and the WBC on your arm right from the door. WBO is almost as heavy as this one too, because it's similar. It's similar. They got them big circles. IBF too is see, it's got the big circles right here. But yeah, man, call us, right? We done. We done with the audio.
Yeah, man. Big ups to Mr. Levine coming on. You know what I'm saying? Great interview, man.
Yeah,
Very,
man.
very
It's always good
insightful.
to talk to these type of guys, man. Bro, man, I was trying to get this boxing manager on. I didn't want to say his name until I get him, bro. Texting all day with him yesterday. He played me on some like I'm tired shit. Like, bruv. And Steven Espinoza, bruh. Like, I gave Steven like 7 fucking time slots, man. Then he had dinner at 7:30. Obviously, he was at the. I mean, you look. He was at the press conference in Atlanta. Yeah, no, he was at the press conference in Atlanta, all on the podium. Then interviews throughout, and then it was like 7:30 dinner. We going live at 7, but I want to get him on, man. Want to definitely talk to.
You can talk to somebody that's down there, either him or Big Custer or somebody like that.
I mean, Custer he's great. He's great, but he's commentator, man.
Yeah,
he's
Steven.
Commentator. I want to get Steven to put the questions to him, bro. But yeah, man, let's go out to these callers, man. I want to thank everybody tuning in. If you're watching now, future, the past, it doesn't matter. It helps with the visibility of the show if you go ahead and press that thumbs up, man. We've been trying to keep you, updated with as many interviews as possible. Hitting the thumbs up is a way to support the show. Absolutely free to do so. If you want to ask any questions to any one of our interviewers, you can join us on Patreon for our Ask Whatever Fighter series. Head over to patreon.com/The Boxing Voice to get exclusives with TBV. Show your support for TBV. Make sure that we stick around here and give you this show 7 days a week, even on holidays. You know how we rock out, man. We all do it for the love, and we want to keep it going. Don't forget, add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. And, 1425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion. Right here on the Voice of the People hotline.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Where are we going out first, Mike? Who's on the line? Who's rocking out? Okay, Mastermind in Noli. I was just saying Noli. It's not the Noli. It's NO in NO. What up?
What up, NO?
Whoa. What's good? You heard me?
What's happening?
I seen your boy the other night pull up that victory.
Wait. What'd you say, Mike?
The Pelicans.
Oh, yeah. See, bro, you already know we gonna hold it down, dog. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta keep pushing, you heard me? We gotta keep pushing, dog. Just hoping for the best, you know what I'm saying, Mike? And man, I'm hearing about the Saints they might be snatching Antonio Brown, but that sounds like trouble. That sounds like trouble.
They better not do that, nigga. They cheating if they do that shit.
Nah, I don't want to hear that. No, I don't want to hear that shit, Mike. I don't want to hear that shit, dog. That's good business. If we snatch him, that's good business, like, dog. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody. Well, what happened in the NFC Championship game last year? What that is?
Yeah. The penalty.
All right, yeah. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. But let's get
Michael
on top.
Thomas and AB on the other side. Come on, my nigga.
You got 32
That's
seconds.
That's crazy.
29.
That's crazy right there.
26.
That's crazy.
25.
But look, man, I'm a boomerang back, man. And next time my time up and all this shit, dog. Cause like we running it right now, man. You hear me? Stop my time, man. Stop my time.
Yo, you got 10 seconds left. 5.
All right, man. I'm going right back, you hear me?
Alright. Yo, it's hella callers, man. You know when we talk about Crawford, the radicals come out, man. So you know how it is, bruh. We going masterminds, boomerangs, ringers. Who we got? It looks like Joshua, New Orleans. Boomerang.
What up, Josh?
Morning. Yeah, I'm losing the energy of fussing and debating, what have you. It's like Bug got this narrative to where he gonna have to do what Floyd did, and no matter what he do or how he do it, when he do it, it's gonna be some critiquing. There's gonna somebody say something. Somebody gonna say he should fight this dude. Somebody gonna say he should do this. He shouldn't sign with this. So I mean, I want the Porter fight. Kenny Porter on record talking shit, saying he want to fight. Shawn and Bud both saying they friends. They need to put that shit aside. If he can't get in the ring with no Danny Garcia, who turned down contracts, can't get in the ring with Keith Thurman, who turned down contracts, can't get in the ring with Errol, who still got to go get some surgery done on his teeth 2 or 3 more times this year. He need to fight Porter next. There's no excuses. I mean, my next question to you, Ness, is after he fight Porter, what's next?
Like that comment said on the Dazn interview, if he beats Porter, he's sure to get an Earl fight.
No. That doesn't guarantee Errol fight because the thing that only guarantees it if Errol wants to fight and he say, let's make the fight happen. They sit down and negotiate and they come to terms. Nothing guarantees a fight. It's funny how nobody wasn't pushing his narrative until after he got in the ring and gave Errol Spence the fight of his life. And now all of a sudden Shawn Porter.
So basically, you want a credible opponent, but you rather say that it's a narrative since he fought Earl. I mean, take the opponent. Take the opponent. If the public is giving you a dude coming off a loss, take the opponent, man. Take that bone that the public is throwing you. How many other times are we rushing to have a fighter who came off a loss go in there with another elite level fighter without a tune-up? Not often. I mean, I'm damn sure with the same energy because I was here saying that AJ should have went and got a tune-up. So, you know, for the public to be okay with Crawford and Spence fighting, Spence, who's arguably number 2, number 3 at the time when he lost to Earl because of the belt, now being number 4, number 3, whatever, getting right in there with number 1 and number 2. Come on, bro. Any other day we would be sitting here talking about, nah, man, he deserved a tune-up, man. He just had a tough fight with Earl, man. You know, let him have a tune-up. Nah, now we okay with Crawford fighting him, and you still don't want it. I love it.
And it really don't matter like what the public narrative, you know what I'm saying? Before the fight, after the fight, we all knew that well, at least I did, that the Errol Spence fight would be competitive. Now, I think it's just based on that this is a good fight, and if it's a good fight, then why not make it happen? You know what I'm saying? I think that's where we need to start and stop with the conversation. The fight is a good fight, period. Make it.
Is that the radicals don't want to talk like that. It don't fit the narrative.
I don't get it, man. This is sports, right? This is like where
nah, I mean, you heard what he said. Look at that. Gang banging on bacon. My man said he got to go have surgery. Like, what? Damn, Earl ain't did nothing.
I ain't want to acknowledge that shit. But like, this is sport. Like, this is where we come to get a clear depiction of who the best is, you know what I'm saying? Not politics, not music, you know what I'm saying? It's not subjective. It is the man versus the man. Basketball, football, boxing, it's always the same. The person who's supposed to win over time will win. And let's see these guys fight, you know what I'm saying? I'm of the mindset that Bud can beat all of them, so I'm not scared or
I don't know about that, man. Velasquez don't have the agility or the power of Shawn Porter, and he was very.
I fought the wrong fight.
And he gonna fight the wrong fight with Porter too.
The wrong fight, still got him out of there.
And he gonna fight the wrong fight with Porter too.
Lots of garlic butter on that motherfucker. Dip him in in there.
Hey man, so why his
Give me
matchmakers
some of them
ain't gunning for
goddamn
this?
Red Lobster biscuits with it too. Them fuckers good.
Why his matchmakers ain't gunning for this matchup? His offer, Al gave a green light.
Damn, the nigga just fought 2 weeks ago.
And Mike, let me tell you. Listen, this ain't fake neither. No, listen, this ain't fake neither. I just want you to know history. This ain't fake neither. Ken and Shawn have always been consistent that they get to do their own thing. They could go anywhere they want. You know, they've always been very aggressive about their business, and we know, regardless of loss, they always willing to fight the best, and they've shown that. They fought everybody at the top. Kell Brook, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, and now Earl Spence. That's everybody at the top of the welterweight division. Sprinkle in Devin Alexander, Paulie Malignaggi, what's the dude that Earl beat? He the one gave him his first loss, the Italian, Phil LaGreco, Demetrius Hopkins, a bunch of kids you sprinkle in. Like, Shawn has been showing that he's, Udani Ulgas is in there, Granados is in that list. Like, Shawn arguably is building a Canelo-like resume. The issue is he's got a lot of tight fights, but like Canelo said, I'm in tight fights because I'm with the best of the competition. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Velasquez, that dude. That's why he was in a tight fight. Yo, we're going to
a tight fight, nigga get knocked out. All right.
Yeah, you said it. He got knocked down. He got knocked down. You heard what what's his name? Manix said. We're going to Boomerang in Seattle. Oh, actually, sorry about that. We got to go to Mastermind in Texas.
BoxingVoice.com. Oloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hold up, Ness. Come back to me in like 2 minutes.
Okay, we going out to Mr. PBC.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great. Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, what's really good? Ness, Mike, what's good? Good morning, TBV.
Good morning.
Man, this shit is crazy. This nigga turned down Shawn Porter on Dazn. I don't even know why he's talking with Dazn. Where is his master at?
Yo, you a hater, bruh. Yo, what you talking about with his master? Chill. What's wrong with you? You crazy.
Let me finish my sentence. Well, where's Bob Arum at? How did Bob Arum allow this? This shouldn't be allowed
black, bro. I swear
at
you
all.
Like you black, my nigga.
Hey, shout out to Danny motherfucking Garcia. He said he's ready too. What's good? If you don't want to smoke with Shawn Porter, then step down to Danny.
Damn, why I gotta be a step down?
What's up with all this PBC hostility?
Why I gotta be stepped down, bro? Why I gotta
Nah, man, he was talking mad smoke on Dazn shit, man. I don't know why he's on Dazn, but nigga, ESPN on Dazn. That don't make no sense. He should have been talking to ESPN's Skip Bayless or somebody. Let's keep it real. He needs to fight Danny then. If he don't want to smoke with Shawn Porter, his big brother, he should fuck with the big nigga on the block, Danny Garcia. If not, then go to Dazn, bro. There's hella good people over there. You got Mikey, Baby Boy Garcia, and let's get it popping. Terrence, Baby Boy, Bud Light, 25 to Life Crawford. That's my call.
Super chat's coming in. Trent Jones says this nigga too excited. He was talking about you earlier on the show when you was doing the intro. Another one coming in from Trent Jones. We need to push for Porter versus Pacquiao, and one more from Trent Jones. Play your whole hand. That's how you build fighter.
Yo, the Porter Pacquiao fight is a fight that might happen. You know what I mean? After Porter going through that tough fight. And Pacquiao at least has sparred Porter for many years when Porter was coming up. Ken used to have him out there. So that's a possibility. But again, Porter did look extra tough in that fight, man. Damn, Mr. PBC didn't mute, bro.
One more coming in from Lamont. Need to hold Bud accountable.
Mm-hmm.
If we are going to hate Canelo for not fighting 160 pounders, then Crawford should get the same treatment at 147.
Nah,
Same
they
energy.
ain't gonna do that. Mike is though. Mike at least, Mike proven to be a sane fan, man. He been
I'm
saying
a sports fan, my
you've
nigga.
been
I want to see
saying
the best
everything
fight the
right,
best.
man. You just been saying that. It's like I can't even get at you. You saying
Best
everything.
fight the best, bro. Like him coming out saying that, you know what I'm saying? It was not what I wanted to hear, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I understand Terence Crawford's personality. Like he don't fuck with the media. So whatever y'all expecting or wanting him to say, he never gonna give you guys that. You know what I'm saying? He's the kind of guy that just shows up one day, oh man, I'm fighting for it. You know what I'm saying? It'll come out like that.
I
So
mean, the
we'll
fact
see.
that Chris Manix says he doesn't feel like it would ever happen in 2020, that's just not bueno. Let's go out to Stainless in Detroit.
Motherfucking murder, mayhem, last words of the stainless. Told you I would kill you, squeeze after I aim it. If you're talking money, then you're speaking my language. Or shut the fuck up in grown folks' conversation.
Yo, GBV, what's good?
What it do?
Man, look here, man. I just worked a 13-hour shift yesterday. I got home at 12, in bed by 2:30, back at work by 5 a.m. Taking some shit to another store now, so I'm hitting my blunt. Let me tell y'all.
Let's go! I'm ready!
That's right, brother. Get your hustle on.
This is the reason Stainless is the 2017 hard work and dedication recipient. You know what I'm saying? First off. Second, I smoke a lot of weed when I get a second away from work. So y'all niggas got to stop calling them crawfish and crab and lobsters because y'all making me hungry as fuck. onto this news though, man. I'm like Mike, man. That's what it is, man. I'm a little disappointed to hear that from Bud. I always wanted him to fight Porter long before I wanted him to fight Spence, man. I think Porter is the real test at 147 as far as your durability, you know what I'm saying, and your ability to take the pressure. But I really wanted to say shout out to Dazn for actually interviewing Terence Crawford and, you know what I'm saying, doing all these going across the aisles and across the streets or whatever and talking to all these other champions and fighters from different promotional companies and different channels, man. Like, I mean, I know Mr. PBC was kind of trying to hate on it a little bit, but you got an ESPN fighter on DAZN doing an interview about fighting PBC fighters. Like, shout out to DAZN for that, man. I already was saying that I'm going to go ahead and get the year subscription so I can save myself a little money, and they just helped me with that decision, man. But I'm back at work now, so as I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up, share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice Podcast.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in. I definitely went ahead and got the year, man. It's just cheaper, and I'm a boxing fan, so I got expectations for them. I'm gonna hope they do a good job. We got more boomerangs to get to, man. Shout out to everybody that is a patron of TBV. We truly appreciate the support. I know I do without a doubt because, I just want to get to that 100% goal so that we can kind of do bigger and better things, man. I want to get back to interviewing so bad so that we could grow the channel a little bit more. Even though I know you guys love the podcast, man, but I want bigger numbers, man. I know numbers. You heard what Floyd said, man. Without the numbers, we never get Earl back. We need Earl to Pearl. We need Crawford to sit down. Who else we need? We need AJ. Come on, man. We need Canelo on speed dial. Can I get Oscar on speed dial? Just saying, man. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Shout out to my boy Deontay Wilder, man.
We got a super chat coming in from Rodney 70. He says, bad look for Bud. Beggars can't be picky. Get Shawn Porter now.
Man, you got to these 4 Trenton Jones?
Yeah, man. I got Tracy.
Lamont too? You got the Lamont too? Oh, yeah, you got the Lamont. Lamont got another one that says, Ness, if you don't want an interim, hit me up with the IBO dude. He needs some social media help. Laugh out loud. Word is born. You got the Wawa where he said Porter beats Crawford?
No, Wawa 932010. What up? Porter beats Crawford, I guess.
There you go. We're going out to Boomerang, Texas. Good morning.
JD, motherfucker.
There's a lot of things I like to move, so just try to get on my game. I don't know why they gonna call me, but I'm a 54 pounder. But I have a brother that's at 160.
Yo, hey, real quick, about the Crawford situation, man. I just hate the fact that they call each other, friends. I mean, I don't see Shawn Porter out there fishing in Nebraska. I don't ever see Shawn Porter where Crawford is, actually.
Yeah, I don't see him fishing in Nebraska.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like
they never even used each other for sparring. Like, when the last time we seen them in each other camp talking about, yo, he helped Shawn Porter or Shawn Porter helped him. This shit all fake, man.
Yeah, I don't know where this friendship came from.
So
As a matter of fact, when you get Kenny
to be friends. It takes two to do it, know what I'm saying?
Bruh,
so
Mike,
they got
Mike,
an agreement.
Mike.
We're going to pretend.
Where the last picture you seen with Shawn and Crawford together? I mean, Crawford and Shawn together.
When you real friends,
no, just tell me. Just tell me when the last time you seen a picture with them together.
I mean, nigga, everybody don't take pictures on that. That's you know what I'm saying?
Bruh, chill, Mike. Mike, I consider you a friend. I could pull up pictures right now.
Yeah, of course. But ain't like nigga, every time we together, I'm like, Ness, what's up with that picture, bro? Let me get that picture.
Nah, but we been together. That's all that matter.
Yeah, of course.
I ain't seen them together
ever. I'm gonna need my time, man. What the hell, man?
You shouldn't have said such a thought-provoking statement there, buddy.
Hey, man, get the fuck out of here, man. I ate up my whole car.
Nah, we got you. We gonna rewind you back.
But that's one point I wanted to make. And the other one, man, I wish I'd have known Caleb Plant was coming on yesterday because I really did have a question, man. It's a video circulating from years ago, man. He got into a street fight
with a big dude.
Dude, right?
Well, I was going to bring that up. I was going to bring it up in correlation with Earl Spence because they both from the South and they both fought big dudes in the street hard to the body. But Plant, that wasn't no hard to the body. I already interviewed him about that. That was actually a street fight. He beat the shit out that big dude. Big dude. It was in like it was like in some Townsend Hound projects. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. Like I could see it now. I mean, I painted my own story in my head, like seeing it. I know they try to pick on him like he the white boy in the hood. Yeah, and boy, he was out there looking stupid sharp. Like you could see, like it was like them IG videos. He was like, boop, 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 like killing him.
He was beating the shit out of that dude, talking to him. I was like, God damn, that dude said, fuck it. He pulled out a knife.
Damn,
that shit's crazy. But hey, what's the backstory on that though? Did he give the backstory on that?
He the real deal. Nah, cause you know how it is, bro. They don't want to talk about that shit.
Solidified that shit last night when he said he came out the number one nigga was Big Crit. I said, oh man, this you don't just say Big Crit, you know what I'm saying? Like if you Caleb playing a real.
Yeah, I felt out of
the loop.
I felt like y'all kicked me out the car once y'all start talking music. I was like, fuck it, let me go ahead and clean up over here. These motherfuckers talking about shit I don't know nothing about. I mentioned Mad South people, but who we got? We're going to go back to Mastermind. Joseph, talk to me.
Yo, good morning, TBV. How y'all doing?
All good, all good.
Mike Ness.
What's going on with you?
I said I was going to stop giving my energy to Crawford and calling in, but for this I had to call in one more time and let him know. You see, Crawford don't want the smoke, man. It is what it is. Everybody just be patient. The real welterweight king is coming back soon. He's out of DeSoto, Texas. But, man, I mean, look, what else is there to show you guys? This dude's not interested in fighting nobody. Look, he know he's a small dude. He know he's too light for the division. You know, maybe we could send Mikey his way. I don't know, something. But let's, that's why I say, man, I'm not going to waste no more breath on this dude after this call because it's just not worth it, man. Mike, I see you coming to your senses a little bit today. I can appreciate that. I know you Bud's biggest fan.
I ain't no coming to my senses, dog. I'm just being honest with you. But my stance don't change. Crawford gonna beat them guys.
No, and I can appreciate that.
Simple as that.
Crawford ain't fighting him, man. He about to be 33.
Realize, bro.
He about to be 33, man. He Bradley 2.0. If you don't see that, you ain't been watching boxing enough. And I ain't trying to direct that at you.
And he been talking about
he ain't nowhere near Bradley.
You right. Because Bradley got 3. You right.
Terence Crawford.
You right. Because Bradley got 3 Pacquiao fights and a Marquez fight. You right. Bradley got 4 legendary fights. You right. He right. Joseph Pacquiao. Bradley got 4 legendary fights. That's right. 3 with Pacquiao and 1 with Marquez. Those Hall of Famers right there. You right. He ain't Bradley. He
they ain't got nobody Crawford to rob.
You been Bud biggest supporter since
Bud,
day one.
So I don't know why you over here. Man. But look, man, Spence going. He just waiting on the big payday because he's gonna cash out.
No, that's it. No more bashing. No more hiding. Who we got? No more boomies in here. Let me see. Went to Stainless. Went to the J Maxter. All right, that's everybody. We about to get to the population right now. They about to give it to us.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're gonna start. I'm gonna take it straight to the pain. Colorado, stand up.
Stone Bone Boxing. What's going on, brother?
Man, what's happening, man? I'm back on the soil, back from Omaha, Nebraska, back to all you dusty, funky hoes who hating on Bud Crawford. And you talking about them boys ain't partners. I was just in their gym. They got hella pictures of them too. Them dudes, there's pictures of them when they was 13 years old.
Exactly. I said, show me something of them lately. You ain't seen. I ain't never even seen a picture as them adults. I ain't never even seen a picture as them as adults together. Never. I'm gonna have to Google that shit.
Listen, you talking about they ain't boxer friends like Bronner and what's the name where you hanging out and hugging on each other. No, they real grown men who have real families who meet up in private locations when they out with their family doing their thing. They ain't social media hags who running around trying to be seen together. That's what gay boys do. I'm sorry to say it like that. And then, Mr. PBC, I called you out. You ducked me 10 times since you attacked me personally. I guess I got to attack you personally on the show. And as far as all of this talk, I'm just waiting on Shawn Porter to say, hey, I want the fight. I don't really care what how we calling this a duck. If only person on the whole PBC side that has said anything is Kenny Porter. Bud is on vacation with his whole family in Disneyland. I mean, we just hung out in Omaha.
I mean, he was at the fight. He was at this
that was the interview. That was for the Maurice Hooker fight. You know what that was? That was the week after his fight.
Yeah.
So the Saturday. So come on up.
So what? He wasn't thinking properly, is what you're trying to say?
What do you mean? What wasn't he thinking properly?
Because I'm not understanding what you're trying to say. Like
he's just saying, like, bro, like I said.
No, he tried to say he's on vacation to make it seem like, yo, he ain't thinking about this because he on vacation. No, when he had this interview, he was at a fight.
I know, but he had just had a fight, bro. You think he
was delirious a week later.
Oh my God, delirious. No, he's not.
All right, then, so stop. Y'all making excuses, champ. Y'all making excuses. They asked you a direct question and you gave a direct answer. Now y'all trying to make it seem like he was still punch drunk.
No, nobody said anything about being punch drunk.
So what are you talking about?
If I can get it out, I mean,
you know, that's part of my job. That's part of my job.
Hey, and I'm right there with it. I'm right there for it. But like I was saying, man, like he was, this nigga trying to, I forgot. He wasn't really focused on that fight because he's just coming off a fight, you know what I'm saying? Like most times fighters, you know what I'm saying, when they get done fighting people, they always say, I got to talk to my team and things like that. So him not giving you guys what you want, I mean, I understand you guys being angry and being mad, but at the same time, most times fighters who just coming off a fight ain't really too much worried about what's going on or what's going to be happening next right away. You know what I'm saying? Give them a month, give them, you know what I'm saying, some family time, give them a vacation. New Year, you know what I'm saying, January, February, I'm pretty sure we'll start hearing things come out about who Bud is possibly fighting next in March or April. Because I expect him to be back sometime around then. Hopefully, it will be Shawn Porter. I mean, that's the fight that makes more sense right now, and it's been talked about on every other platform, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, make it.
Yeah, man. So I'm just Googling, Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter, and yeah, I have yet to see a picture with them. I'm gonna keep searching. I'm gonna go as far. Oh my God. Yo, that's crazy. The internet is terrible, bro. Why there's a picture of an old Terence Crawford and an old Shawn Porter already? Yo, people is terrible, bro. Who we got next up? 7, California, talk to me.
What up, 7?
Seven, just listening. My bad. We're gonna go to CYP anyway. My bad, CYP. Boomerang, talk to us.
Yo, man, I've been listening. I don't know what the fuck I was doing on this shit. But I'm like, what the fuck, this nigga missing me? But I really on the right shit. But anyway, I'm gonna need a Boomy back to back for this one. First off, I want to say Happy New Year to TVB, and I want to say Happy New Queer to the UK. I hope y'all enjoy y'all new queer. But first off, Mayweather has Mayweather Promotions Instagram. They got about almost 900K. Tank is all over that motherfucker. Like, that's his promotional Instagram. I don't know why. I'm surprised y'all didn't know that. Like, 900K?
900K with a nigga got 27 million. Come on, CYP, baby. I love it,
man. Hey. Listen.
Yo,
I know.
CYP, can you get off speaker, bruh? Please?
No. Hold on. I'm in my office. Let me get out. Let me walk out the office. No, listen. Hey, man, 900K is a lot, man. 900K is a lot. So put some respect on 900K. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You done?
What were you talking about?
He's talking about Mayweather Promotions IG having 900K, but I'm like, my nigga, he said Tank is plastered over there though, but Mayweather got 20 million, my nigga. Like,
yeah, I know. I feel
like 20 times 900K.
Hey, but listen, the reason why I brought that up is because most boxers don't have 1 million followers. They just don't. They just don't. That is what it is. I think 900K is reputable. I think any boxer will be happy to be on the page with 900K being promoted. On a serious note. Now, second, this is what I need my boomerang for. Everybody knows me and Wade are like damn near best friends, and that's Porter's trainer. I'm gonna be honest with you, yo. This is between me and TBV, giving y'all some inside shit. If Porter loses to Crawford, which he's favored to lose, that is too many fucking elite losses in one weight class. If him and Crawford are really friends like they say, Crawford know that. Like, these men know this. And y'all keep saying, fight each other, fight. It'll be a good fight, don't get it twisted. But don't act like people love fucking Porter that much. They don't. They were happy with his performance last time because it was great. But he went from champion to contender now. He's going to be a gatekeeper if he loses again. To Brook, to Thurman, to Errol Spence and Crawford, that is career suicide, my man. Like, it's a wrap. His pay going to go down. His wage money going to go down. Let that man fight a Danny Garcia. Let that man fight a Manny Pacquiao. Let him fight Errol Spence again. Like, those fights. Don't fight Terence Crawford and take that L again, my man, because you're favored to lose. If you're a favorite to win, I would say go ahead and do that. But nobody on this panel, nobody who hates Bud is thinking that he's going to lose.
Well. 2 calls to make excuses for Bud not to fight. Not to fight Terrence. I am loving this. This is like crazy to me. I'm telling you, man.
With the blood of a Scottish warrior coursing through his veins, this man proclaimed,
I fucking love boxing. What's up, TVV? Merry Christmas.
MV2, what up?
What's up, bro?
How are you?
Merry Christmas, man. I'm good, mate. Terence Crawford. Why has he not fought Josh Taylor? I'm not a big fan of Josh Taylor as a person, but as a boxer, there's no excuses.
Because he's a 140 pounder. He would get ridiculed for that. It's 140 pounds. You gotta let Josh Taylor move up, or let Josh Taylor activate. Did he win the WBO, Mike?
He won the IBF and the WBA.
So he can't even activate like the IBO. Let me fight the next champ status.
So beating Ricky Burns gets Terence Crawford in the Hall of Fame. Let Josh Taylor get some revenge. I mean, no offense to Ricky Burns, but he's a C-level fighter who.
Man, he beat Ricky Burns like 10 years ago, man. Come on, bro. Why y'all bringing up shit he did at
Cause
135?
he from Scotland. He want Terence not to go down as in history as the dude that beat up the Scotland and the Scottish guy in Ricky Burns. He wants him to fight Josh Taylor. He wants Josh Taylor. He wants Josh Taylor to restore glory to Ireland. Or no, Scotland.
Same difference, mate, if you go back far enough. Anyway, the point with Terence Crawford is he could have fought guys. He could have fought A-level guys. He's fighting B-level guys because there's something wrong with him mentally. He doesn't believe. I mean, he's got the talent.
That's a new angle. We never heard that angle.
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, what's stopping him from fighting Regis Prograis? I mean, I think Regis Prograis beats him.
Yeah, but those are 40-pounders, man. Like, I don't want to be taught. See, that's Bob Arum. Bob Arum is so smart. He put the seed out there. That shit is growing through the minds of boxing fans. Like, yeah, Josh Taylor. Yeah, Regis Prograis.
Shit ain't be growing, man. Those guys don't even campaign at the weight.
Exactly.
I mean,
he calling them up, Mike. He calling them up. And they going to say, yeah, because it's a big fight. You getting called up.
Brand, man. And how you build a 147 great, you know what I'm saying? You got to go get the guys that really make sense, you know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter's coming off a successful pay-per-view, and I think, you know what I'm saying, with his success against Errol Spence and the success that he showed, I think more people will be drawn into this fight. Don't forget, I mean, Shawn has a good connections, you know what I'm saying? He goes on Sway all the time, you know what I'm saying? Does the PBC on Fox. So, I mean, this will be a big fight, and it will be marketed right. Just got to make it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and with PBC, with ESPN, if they don't choose to do PBC on Fox, because if Al gave the green light, that means he letting them go to ESPN. You know, this could be heavily promoted throughout ESPN. Let me get out to Altiza on Skype. Altiza, you got to unmute. Go on. There you go.
What up, Altiza?
Oh, he left. Brandon, Cincinnati.
What up, B?
Yo, what up, Mike? What up, Ness, man? Excuse my voice. I got the flu and shit. Back. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, but Altiza done jumped on and.
Hope your daughter feel better too. I think I read you said your daughter and you was sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we both sick, but you know, I ain't like the comments that Bud made, but at the same time, the narrative is just so one-sided. You know, Shawn came out and said the same exact shit in the ESPN interview, where he was like, you know, why Bob Arum energy's changing all of a sudden to where he want to fight me, and you know, until Spence say he not gonna fight me again, I'm not looking nowhere else. I'm only looking at the Spence fight, so ain't nobody calling that ducking.
Why you wasting your time saying that? Like, me and Mike ain't go through manager and fighter discussing before putting things out. So you think Porter just doing this on his own, huh? Ken Porter. He just got the green light to negotiate on his own. He ain't talk to his son?
I'm telling you what Shawn said.
Did he verify with his son?
Shawn said out of his mouth. I'm telling you what
you
Shawn
telling us
said
that
word
for
for
what?
word.
You telling us that for what? When we telling you, Ken said, we got the green light, send us a call. Ken said, we got the green light. You don't like that. You don't like that at all.
So Shawn don't got his own voice. Shawn a slave now. So what Shawn says don't matter. Only, like I said.
130, champ. I'll see you later, man. I'm telling you, the radicals. I got y'all. Y'all radicals, man. We gonna point y'all out every single time. LT's talk to us.
What up, LT's? You back?
You gotta unmute.
Where you calling from, man?
And we can't let you be unmuted because you don't know how to do it. You be letting all the background noise. So either we gonna keep it moving, going to Elijah. Talk to me.
What's up, Elijah?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. What I was gonna say. You know what it sounds like? Like, before Crawford had that interview, yeah? What was y'all's take on Crawford? Was he a ducker or was he searching for the fights?
I mean, the callers were saying he was being ducked.
Exactly. So one interview Do you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like the PBC had drained him. They keep Errol Spence's ducking, saying get a belt, then do this. Then he's talking about different sides of the street. It just sounds like Crawford. That interview came across to me like he's just fed up. And I feel like he's kind of close with Shawn Porter as well. They might fight, but to me it just sounds like, because Crawford ain't no ducker. He just sounds like he's exhausted. The PBC as usual, they're just stressing this nigga out. And yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. He ain't a duck, simple as. But yeah, that's my cool.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. Yo, you guys got to stop calling in on speaker. Jesus, please, man. You know, I be getting 1-star reviews because of that. I read a 1-star the other day talking about it's a nuisance. Horrible sound bites and callers coming in on all different levels. Like, motherfucker, how am I control that?
Want to have some fun?
What?
Oh, got a clip from Angel Garcia in the chat.
A clip?
A little clip, you know what I'm saying? Him talking about Bud.
Let's see. I'm going to take, who we got? JT, talk to us.
What up, JT?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, Ness.
Yo.
You going in the... You can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, you going in today, huh? You not listening to what nobody's saying. You had cut Stone Bone off. You cut my brother off. You said something about...
Minute 30, champ.
I know I'm talking. You hear me talking?
Yeah, but you said I'm cutting them off. I only cut them off at a minute 30.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm talking about you coming back after the minute 30 saying stuff that they didn't say. Stone Bone was trying to tell you that interview was old. And then you said something after my brother interview saying that he said...
Which interview was old?
Terence Crawford, he said that was right after the Maurice Hooker fight. And he was just trying to tell you that he...
Brother, it don't matter what he's trying to tell me. The interview's 72 hours old. I don't care what he's telling me. I know what I'm reading. It's 72 hours old.
Listen, he was speaking live fact. He was telling you he was just with Bud Crawford, but you cut.
Who's with Bud Crawford? He said he was in the gym with Bud Crawford and seen pictures of Bud and Shawn as amateur children. Come on, bruh. What narrative you trying to paint here? Are you there? JT.
And like Terrence, you don't move.
JT, you broke up a lot. We don't know when you broke up. You've been gone for a minute.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I know you about to cut my time off, but like I said,
I'm gonna actually give you more time because you ain't talking no sense. So we trying to help you make some sense.
All right. Well, I'm about to make sense. I agree with CYP. I agree with Mike. I think Terence Crawford don't move to the media. It's funny how everybody started shitting on Shawn Porter, saying he was ducking Errol, but then when he fought Errol and gave Errol a good fight, like I knew it was, everybody want to throw Shawn Porter at Terence Crawford. But what I'm saying is Terence Crawford know their friends, and he's not gonna move to the media. Now they want to throw Shawn Porter as a pawn to fight Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter, I believe
they are now. He a pawn now. So when Shawn put on his big boy pants,
hear me out. Do I think Crawford is ducking on Shawn Porter? Fuck no. He ain't ducking nobody. It's been proven that other fighters been ducking Terence Crawford. And I'm an Errol Spence fan and I'm a Terence Bud fan. I just like boxing. But this all I'm saying is, my thing about it is he's not going to move to the media because they want him to fight that guy now.
Mike an influencer. He put that out there and all y'all repeating it like sheep.
No, that's the truth, bro.
That's what Mike said, and y'all been repeating it like sheep.
The truth, man. If you don't know Bud by now, he
ain't gonna move. He ain't gonna move to the media. He ain't gonna move to a real fight. He ain't gonna move towards a real fight. Thank you, JT, man. We gave you plenty of time. What soundbite?
Who went to a real fight?
What soundbite? Let me get one more caller because I have to pull it up, Mike. Lids Low, Decatur, Georgia.
What up?
Back in Georgia. Oh, quick shout out to Baldy. Yeah, I'm back in Georgia, man. So I'm going to the weigh-in. But let me go on and get on now. Now, Ness, you know you need to quit it, bruh. With this Bud shit. That's all I'm going to say. Now, you know Bud and what's your boy Porter both said they going to sit down and talk about this. So until they sit down and talk, what the fuck is we talking about?
Bruh, let me ask you a question, man. Is Shawn
Come on,
Porter's
dude.
father, Ken Porter, not his
That's
manager?
Kenny.
Is he his
That's
manager?
Kenny, man.
Is he his manager, yes or no?
Yes.
Is he gonna now take a fight with Shawn without speaking to his son?
Yeah, I would say he would.
Oh man, I'm done with you. You a radical.
Word?
You a radical, bruh. That's crazy.
Hey, well, I be a radical next because I'm a ride for Bud, dog. Y'all can't try to make this what y'all
That's
trying
the
to make this what it's
definition.
not, though.
Yeah,
Ness, come
all
on,
right.
these nigga motherfucking friends like brothers and shit. Y'all want it? Okay.
Like brothers. I can't. I've been searching for a pic the last half hour. I can't find one fucking picture with them. They brothers.
Okay, what about the rest of PBC? What about everybody else? Now, just because Porter say he want to fight, now y'all want to push Porter on Crawford? Come on, Ness. Hey, for everybody else who Bud Crawford real fans, stay fans. Don't listen to this bullshit. Y'all stay fans, man. I'm out.
That is bad, bruh. That is bad, bruh. The shit y'all saying right now, y'all going whoa, man. Whoa, this is a good one.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Listen, everybody's going crazy over this Bud Crawford shit. Let me just talk about something right quick. Good morning, everybody, my peoples. We approaching the afternoon. Listen, scared money don't make no money. The homeboy from the IBO, he sounded like Nas before the Jay-Z beat. You can't be no silent king. This nigga tucking his tail, telling we don't want to cause a problem. Yo, make the belt stand out. You got to be the first to do something. And guess what? Maybe TBV Promotions can help him strengthen it if he need a partnership or something. But he just sound too fucking scared, man. I just didn't like the way that sound. Like, if you scared to go up against the machine, get the fuck about the game. Outside of that, man, listen, Bud Crawford, Shawn Porter would be a good fight. If the friendship is the only thing that seems to be holding it back, listen, who am I to say? But it's plenty other fights out there.
Hey, let me ask you a question, I mean. Wasn't
Yes,
Earl
sir.
Spence and Lamont Peterson friends? Didn't Earl Spence and Lamont Peterson spar? Didn't Earl Spence go to motherfucking Barry Hunter's gym and hold camp? Come on, man. These dudes out here clowning radical Bud Crawford fans.
I do you one better, Ness. I do you one better. People don't know this because they don't know shit. Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis worked out as teenagers with Custom Model. They friends. They got pictures with Teddy Atlas and these guys holding hands and shaking and hugging, living and sleeping together in fucking camp. And years later, they fought. So I don't know, is it a time thing? But it's business. Business is business. So, yeah, you know what? Shit, for the right amount of money, that's what Border Wars is about, right? TBV, we all family, right? But we getting in there with each other. So, and that's for pride. That's for smaller stakes than what these dudes is doing it for. So I don't understand how they not getting it off. Friendship or not, man, it's business, man. That's why I said, when it's apex predators, ain't nobody snatching no fucking bone out.
Man, fuck all that business talk. In the words of the great Derrick James, if you love me, you'll fight me. Period.
And Deontay Wilder said that, man. If we friends, you want us to make money together. Come on, let's make money. Give me an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And this is what this is. Opportunity done fell on boxing fans' lap. But some of us are showing our true colors. We not boxing fans. We Bud fans. Radicals. Radicals. Juan in the BX, talk to me.
Eso. Ya, por eso. ¿Dónde lo va a poner? Ahí.
Juan. Juan out there doing work, man. I love my blue collar guys. We're going out to a new caller in the 507. I don't even know where that is. I think you're the first caller in the 507 ever.
North Dakota.
507?
Hey, what's up? What's happening? Y'all can hear me?
We hear you. Where you calling in from, champ?
Minnesota, Southeast Minnesota.
And I was
close.
What's your name? What's your name?
Rick Williams.
Rick, what it do?
Yep, like the running back. So let's keep this simple, y'all. Easy fights get made, right? So if Porter is easy work, take that fight. You get a good name on your resume. 2, it's not PBC's responsibility to give Bud the fight he wants. He signed with TR. He got that money over there. He made a bad business move, a good business move for him, and a bad legacy move. They're doing the same thing that Bob Arum set up with TR when he had a stable of welterweight. So what y'all hating on? It's the business. It's what it is. If Bud wanted work, when he was a free agent, he'd have talked to Al, he'd have got somewhere else, and then he would have got that legacy work. But he don't want legacy. He got the dough. He got his advance. That's where it's at. He ain't scared of nobody. They ain't scared of nobody. Aram got to keep his money in-house. Stop it. That's my time.
Well, all right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in. That was Rick. We're going out to alumni caller.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo, yo, yo.
What
Good
up?
morning, TBV Nation.
Morning.
Yo. Hey, man. Hey, I heard that interview, man, and when he said it was pointless, hey, I'm going to keep it real. I got the boxing blues for about 3 minutes, man. What is this dude talking about? He can't go a whole nother year without fighting a top 5 fighter. He's doing himself a discredit. And also, Deontay fought Malik, man. That's really his best friend, man. One of his, to this day, that they hang out.
That's right.
Deontay Wilder knocked his ass out, and they still cool. Hey, man, stop making excuses, man. If this shit was Thurman, man, the phones would be off the hook calling him everything under the fucking sun.
Everything.
I'm a Crawford
They hate
fan,
on Thurman.
Man, I'm a Crawford fan, man, but this shit is... I can't see no rhyme or reason why he can't fight Porter, man. No rhyme or reason. Shout out to he made a good point. We all border wars fighters, and we all fought each other, man. And we still cool to this day, so they can get a big bag together, and they can still be cool after the fight, man. This shit is useless excuses. That's my call.
Word is family. Because I wish I was getting some sort of check, Mike, to fight in border wars. You know what I'm saying? They getting a checkity check. Shit, he made $4 million for crab and lobster. Shit. GT Kid in Atlanta. You got your tickets to the Gervonta Davis fight? I ain't start the clock yet. Do you got your tickets? Are you supporting boxing?
Man, I was trying to go.
He ain't going.
Man, look. I gotta go pick up my niece, man.
Bruh.
I gotta go down to Biloxi.
Get your girl to pick up your niece.
Down.
It's the first time
I'm
boxing is
down
back
tomorrow.
in Atlanta in 20-something years. Champ, how you dropping the ball?
I know, man. I know. I feel terrible about it. I was telling my wife, I said, man, I want to get some tickets. I want to go. And then we had to pick up my niece, man, from Texas. But we got to meet him in Biloxi, though, to pick her up. So I probably won't make it back for the fight. I'm going to the weigh-in today, though. I just got to find out where it's at. But I know it's at 2 o'clock, so I'm going to leave out of the office here in like an hour and go check it out, man.
Yo, is that fight going to be streamed on the app? Could you watch it like if you had to be in the car? That's what I like about the streaming service. I don't know if that's only Showtime.
Yeah. I got the Showtime mobile joint. Yeah, so I can stream it while I'm on the road, but I just can't be there live, you know. So I probably still watch the fight, but I just can't.
I hear you, man.
I can't be there for it.
I'm just messing with you. I barely go to the live ones too. It got to be a big fight, but here you go.
Yeah. Well, man, about this whole Bud thing, man, I don't get it. Like, when Porter had a belt, there was no priority to fight Crawford. Like, it was we'll get around.
So you a backwards thinker? You going back? You gonna go back old stuff? That's what you talking about. You ain't talking about right now. You want to talk about back? You want to give us? Hold on, because I can see the future. You trying to give us revisionist history of how Porter wasn't a marquee name, and now all of a sudden he's a big name, right? That's what you gonna go down that story? No. Change it up then.
I'm just saying when Porter had a belt, he didn't make it a point to go make a fight with Crawford.
And he still ain't making it a point. We throwing Crawford a bone. This is a bone. When you throw an elite level fighter, a top 1, 2, or 3 fighter, a dude coming off a loss, it is a bone. This is a bone.
Shawn Porter's an athlete, but he's not elite at welterweight. We have to acknowledge that. He's lost to Thurman. He's lost to Spence. He's lost to Kell Brook. Shawn Porter is the gatekeeper to the elite.
All right, well,
He
go
is not
open that
NBA.
gate. Go walk through that gate. Go walk through that gate.
Crawford's already a champ. He's just waiting to unify. Pacquiao doesn't want it. Thurman didn't want it, and Spence doesn't want it. I mean, so he's not obligated in my eyes to go fight Porter. He's not good again. Porter just lost his strap.
130, champ. 130. Y'all terrible, man.
Hey, we got a super chat coming in
Terrible.
from Big Super Mix. Bud is waiting to retire off that Spence loss. Really? We got one coming in from Timer TV. That video is old though, from Maurice Hooker fight.
Yo, 72 hours is old for them, Mike. Yo, radicals.
I thought Maurice fought like Friday, right?
Bruh, the video got uploaded onto their network 72 hours ago.
But it was streamed Friday, so it was like last week.
That's fine, but that interview didn't stream over air. It did? We didn't get that Crawford interview live on TV.
I thought he had like a set down or something. Like I could have sworn they played that.
When I was watching the Hooker fight, which I did not watch, I didn't see Crawford and I didn't see them cut to Chris Manning. This interview just dropped 72 hours ago. They just uploaded it.
I thought I seen it on his own, but
all right. So
90 seconds.
So I'm gonna take a call. Google when Maurice Hooker fought, because it matter?
It don't matter at all. But I'm just saying he fought on the Jacobs card Friday. So
and not only that, the fact that people are trying to say that the interview is old has absolutely nothing with Ken Porter screaming at the top of his lungs that he got the green light to negotiate. He already said on this show, well, Bob, you can send me a call. You got my number. That didn't work. Now he's saying he got the green light from Al to negotiate and still wants a call from Bob. They want him to fight Porter, right? Porter can't send an offer. The WBO is the champion. Crawford is the champion. Crawford is the flagship fight of ESPN. We all know Crawford ain't going over there. And we all know this ain't going to be a split pay-per-view with networks because Shawn ain't got no belt. They need to hear the offer. Y'all scared, man. Y'all scared. Y'all don't want that. Y'all seen Cal Velasquez half the man that Porter is. And y'all know it's going to get rough. It got rough and tough for Earl. It ain't going to get rough and tough for Crawford moving up. Oh. Zorro, ATL, Georgia, talk to us.
What up, Zorro?
Good morning. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hey, man, them boys just need to go ahead and fight. It ain't no more. It's like if you got this pile of competitors and the pickings are getting slim, just go ahead and fight. I feel bad for Porter because if he loses, he does become a gatekeeper. But if he wins, he knocked off the guy who they say that's number one. I'll take that chance and go get that belt. And if PBC got all the belts, then Bud will be out the door. So you might as well go ahead and go do that. And Bud knows if he wins, then he got the option to go over there. I don't beat one of y'all fighters. Let me go get another one. So them boys need to go ahead and fight. Like you said, you ain't seen no pictures of them being homeboys or nothing like that. They could throw that out the door. You don't have that excuse. Just go ahead and fight. Get that job going. Get it popping. That's my call.
I still ain't find a picture of them on Google together. On Google, man.
Super chat coming in from Big Super Mix. De La Hoya and Mosley were friends since kids, and they fought each other twice. Bud fans grabbing at scrawls like Mike Lane clip.
Exactly. Listen.
My clip Lane now, big. Okay.
Nah, but you ain't even send me the clip. You got to resend it.
I did send it. It's in the pre-pro. I just resent it like 10 minutes ago.
Okay. Because I usually keep the Texas off, not to take up CPU on the fucking RAM and shit. Yeah, man. No pictures of Crawford and Bud together. Nah. But you know what comes up? The picture of Chris Manix and Bud. So even Google knows they was talking about Porter. And I can screen share that just in case you don't call me a little hater. Look at it right there. That's them.
We see it.
You know? We're going to keep coming down the lines, man. We went to Zora in Georgia, right? We went to Zora in Georgia?
Yes.
Okay. We going Big Gucci Nick. What up?
What up, big nigga in the UK?
Nah, they ain't Big Nick in the UK. This Big Gucci.
Big Gucci, my bad.
Oh, nah, you flaming on me, Mike. I don't live in the UK, bro. Yeah, man, about Terrence, I don't know, the way his career is going, man, I feel like it's a waste of a fucking talent right there, bro. This guy's 32,
You gotta be from
and he ain't
the
showing
damn
decline.
UK. You talking bollocks right now. You gotta be from the UK.
Nah, I like Crawford. He one of my favorite boxers, but I'm not biased. I love boxing, you feel me? But I feel like it's one in a generation type of fighter, and it's just being wasted because his fucking promoter can't make a deal with PBC. I think he should go through with the Shawn Porter fight because honestly, I think it's a step in the door. You know what I mean? Maybe he can get some more PBC fights after that, assuming he gets past Porter. But I think that's the closest he's gonna get, man. Like, I think that's the first step in the door to find the PBC fighters to get a fight with Shawn Porter. Because, I mean, that'd be the most challenging fight in his entire career. Because, I mean, really, I like Bud, but he ain't fight any top welterweight yet, and that's what we're waiting for. You know what I mean? That's my call, bro.
Big Gucci Nick, thanks for calling in.
We got a super
chat. Oh, go ahead. I'm glad you seen it. No. Listen, this is for y'all. This is my gift to y'all. This is my Merry Christmas to y'all. You know, y'all told me I avoid Crawford now. It's Crawford nonstop. My man ain't gonna be able to take his shit without us doing the show.
My man is out here. What? Nah, go ahead, take it away.
Nah, that's your shit, bro. You always do super chats. Don't try to pass it on me now.
Oh shit! Brandon Maurice says, "Yo, Ness, when Bud vs. Porter gets made, are you willing to put up my $50K up against the rights to TBV? Me and Bud gonna have your ass driving trucks again."
Damn.
Look, man,
this how much of a radical he is. He willing to bet $50,000 on Bud Crawford.
I'm not sure. I'm willing to work for Brandon Maurice though. I mean, I don't know what kind of boss he is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? The fuck?
Yeah.
Alvarado Akanza.
Damn, that's fucked up. He only valued us at $50K too.
I know, man.
Thanks,
kind of
thanks,
low
Brand.
too, man.
No, I'm saying this is what Crawford fans do. That you see, they attacking everyone. They can't talk about the situation. They attack everyone.
He trying to give us the Eddie shit, that flat feet. Come on, man. We ain't taking it. You know what I'm saying? We Deontay Wilder over here. Alvarado.
But that's what you do. You know, you devalue the competition, so you ain't gotta keep. You try to, you know, you don't want them on your level, so he got to do that.
As Connor says, Dud Crawford. This guy right here. But you guys come up with these nicknames on the fly.
That was actually clever. That's the one I was laughing at.
7 says, Wilder just posted tickets go on sale tomorrow for the Fury fight.
What?
Okay.
Oh, shit.
What announcement that though?
Oh, shit.
What announcement that though?
I know.
What a press release said though?
Yo, we jumping on that shit.
Yeah, we is.
Happy days.
At
least somebody fighting. At least somebody ain't scared to fight. Cross the street, down the street. It don't matter what side of the street. My man want to fight. And he be saying it. He ain't on that, oh, I ain't gonna give you what you want. Nah, he gonna give you what you want. In the ring, out the ring, doing his damn thing to this day.
Yeah, man. One more super chat.
Hold up.
There's only one Deontay Wilder.
Because they call me a fanboy, but that's why, bro. Like, you doing everything I want you to do because, you know, we look at these dudes like, yo, we wish we was them, right? I wish I was Wild and I could just knock everybody out. And all the shit I would talk if I had those attributes, he already doing it for me. I ain't got to say nothing. I ain't got to be like, yo, D, man, please say it. Nah, he know he the baddest man on the planet. And he believe that shit, so he gonna fight everybody and prove it. Not really like the guy we talking about, man. We about to fight Josh Taylor, Regis Prograde.
Nah, we ain't fighting them.
That's what Bob said. That's what Bob said.
The Bud Boys on Reed Richards level with the reaching. Who is the fuck is Reed Richards?
Reed Reaches. They making up some new shit.
Oh, that is. When they asked Bud, he didn't say anything about friendship. He said Porter fighter does nothing for him. Bud is comfortable with top rank ops.
Don't you change it. You mean Top Rank Diet. Head on over to theboxingvoice.com/store and get all the apparel that shows Top Rank's Diet. It's a beautiful shirt. I have quite a few items. Check it out, because that shit is real. We're going out to Jason in Missouri. Talk to me.
Hey, Shawn, what's going on, homie?
Hey, what up? Hey, did any of y'all see this, man? I wonder if Bob already knew this about Bud or something, man. He actually stepped out of the way and put the earnest on Bud to make this fight. You know, when he said, "Hey, it's between the two fighters," he stepped aside and said, "I don't want no parts in it, Bud. You gonna have to come to holler at me." Then Brandon Maurice come on. He talking about what Porter said on the ESPN. He know Porter can say that, man, because he has options. Terence Crawford has no options over there. You know what I'm saying? And then they had a whole campaign on the PBC fighters don't want to fight Crawford. They don't want to fight him. And then, boom, you have this opportunity in your hand, and you talking about you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then, lastly, did we ever hear Spence say he wouldn't fight his friends?
I mean, I already made that clear. He fought Lamont Peterson, who is his friend.
But
There's actually videos.
There's
actually videos and pictures of them hanging out like friends, unlike this fake friendship they talk about.
But they had actually asked him before, and he said anybody can get it. He said, man, he's fighting for his family and his daughters, dog. So he don't give a fuck who you are. I mean, you can get it, and then we can hug up and shake up after the fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same shit Crawford need to be on. I don't know what that boy on right now, but he need to get it together or he's gonna go down.
Why y'all keep acting like y'all don't know what the fuck he on, man? I established that shit like 2 years ago, and not just with Crawford, man. He's on the Top Rank Diet. This is how it is done. This is how it is done. They don't let you off that leash until they know. And the vulnerability in Crawford is that chin. He keep getting hurt. They not about to he said it perfectly. Bob stepped to the side because he know he can't paint Porter as a dude that won't take the fight. All of a sudden, Porter ain't a PBC fighter no more. I love it. We're going out to Troy in Baltimore. Oh, man. Troy, man, get off speaker, man. Get off speaker. Man, you always wilding. Troy. All right, we're going to come back. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. All right, we going out to Texas.
BoxingVoice.com.
You invited him to the ring? Why?
Yo lo invité a que subiera. Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. ¡Viva México!
And like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around. BoxingVoice.com.
Matt.
Morning, TBV.
Morning. Thought we lost you there.
Oh, no. I had to take. I was still on mute. Didn't take it off. But I don't understand some of these Crawford fans, man. Mike, I talked to you about this. Yeah, I'm not gonna hate on him because, like, you know, that's kind of like who he is. I understand, like, you just fought, but it's not like you're about to like sign to fight, you know, tomorrow. Come on, man. You could have been at least like, yeah, I'm open to it, or something along the lines of that, instead of just been like, nah, not really. I don't really care. And then back to the Crawford fans, not the legit fans, but the ones that are like walking blind in the street. The big thing for them to say was nobody wants to fight Terence, and then all of a sudden since Shawn wants to fight him, Shawn needs to go over there and fight him. Well, hell yeah, Shawn needs to go over there and fight him. If he wants to fight him, go fight. But that's what we want to see, the best fight the best. That's the whole point. That's like everything that we're bringing up in the light heavyweights. We want to see them fight the best. We want to see Andre and Charlo fight each other. We want to see all the welterweights fight each other. So, yeah, if Shawn wants to fight, they should fight. If Terence wants to fight, like he says, they should fight. But if Bob keeps coming out and saying Prograis and Taylor, then that shows me that Bob don't want to fight. And which is kind of what my problem has been with Top Rank, is kind of like it's this, it's that, and then it's talk to Bob. But either way, these two should fight because I want to see everybody fight. It's going to be a great fight. And Shawn Porter has been a dangerous fighter at welterweight the whole time
I'm glad you ended with Shawn Porter's been a dangerous fighter at welterweight. You know, it's ridiculous, Mike, the narrative that you're allowing your Bud Crawford fans to, go down, right? Like, you should really try and, I don't know, come on after every radical call and kind of say something for them, right? Because it's like this. Now they're saying Shawn Porter's going to be a gatekeeper, which is so fucking unfair, right? Because we sit here and we beg motherfuckers to fight the best. So Shawn fought everybody who's a quote-unquote considered the best. So he's a gatekeeper. Oh, he shouldn't fight because another loss is no good. That's what's wrong with y'all right now. You want the best to fight the best, but you don't want him to fight him 4 times? Or you want the best to fight the best? And that's why the fighters now say, oh, you want me to fight Shawn Porter? Well, I need $10 million because we got jackass callers that's going to call in and say, I'm a gatekeeper because I fought the dude you begging me to fight. You wanted him to fight Earl. Now you're trying to devaluate him. Now, his loss is a scar on him. And another loss means his retirement. No, it's suicide, they said. You motherfuckers is fickle as hell. Why don't you go watch fucking football? I don't want you here. We don't need you as boxing fan. You're not a real fan. You man fan. You ain't a real fan. Marcus in Ohio, talk to me.
Okay.
Oh, shit, my bad. You wanted to touch on that? Pardon me.
Yeah. You tell me I should rebuttal. Look, man, these people gonna call in. They gonna give their opinion because this is the force of the people. I can't dictate what somebody has to say. If they feel like how they feel, then it is what it is. The only thing that I can say is what I've been saying. Shawn Porter was a credible opponent for Earl Spence, and I told everybody that they would listen that it would not be an easy fight. He was not going to knock Shawn Porter out. Shawn Porter gives everybody a tough fight, and I would like to see him against Terence Crawford. Now, if you look at Shawn Porter, because he came up short a couple of times, him not being elite, him being a gatekeeper, and that's kind of harsh in my opinion, but at the same time, you are entitled to your own opinion. Do I believe Shawn Porter is a gatekeeper? No, not yet. But taking losses to the top of the welterweight division make people look at you maybe as a diminished version of a top welterweight. You know what I'm saying? We've seen you come up short against Thurman, even though a fight that I thought you won, so I give you credit for the fight. We've seen you come up against Earl Spence, and I thought, you know what I'm saying, if that knockdown wouldn't have occurred, I thought you had a pretty good chance of winning that fight. But even with the knockdown, I thought you did a lot in that fight to like keep control. So I kind of had you winning, but I'm probably in the minority with that. So I don't look at Shawn Porter as being a gatekeeper or having a diminished, you know what I'm saying, career, because he is a credible and a durable opponent. And on any given night, he can give you the fight of your fucking life. So
Marquez a gatekeeper.
Marquez?
Yeah.
He don't fight no more.
He a gatekeeper. He lost to an elite level Pacquiao multiple times.
Man,
Then he lost to an elite level Bradley. Then he lost to an elite level Floyd. So he was a gatekeeper.
The only thing people remember about Marquez is the last thing he did in the ring. He slept Pacquiao.
Well, obviously, I'm being sarcastic. I'm just showing the ridiculousness of the train of thought of some of these people. It's ridiculous. I mean, listen, bro, good fighters get losses because they fighting top. They fighting the top of the division, man. The fact that we trying to throw Shawn Porter off the hill now as some gatekeeper is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Fucked up, too. That's
Don't
fucked
say
up.
we, say them.
Because then why would they fight, Mike? And that's why they asked for $10 million. That's why they need $10 million to fight each other, because these callers are so quick to call in and be like, yo, nope, he's a gatekeeper. Nope, I don't want to see him on TV. Nope, he's a bum. He fought the best. He gave everybody a tough fight, but he's a bum. He's a gatekeeper. I love it. Who else we got here, man? We went to Marcus. Marcus, you ready? Ohio runs boxing.
Yeah, I'm ready. Y'all, you took the words out of my fucking mouth, Ned. That's what I was talking about. This is one of the reasons why Ohio runs boxing. Okay, people don't believe in moral victories, but yet the same people who were shitting on Shawn Porter before the Earl fight are now praising him like he's the #1 fighter in the motherfucking division. And if he lose to Crawford, if they make that fight, they're going to go back to shitting on him. I was calling in on the show telling people when they were shitting on Shawn with the Ugas fight. Stop judging fights on their previous fights. Stop judging fighters on their previous fight. Y'all motherfuckers called Shawn, he was dead with the Ugas fight. They're going to do the same exact thing. Do I want to see the Crawford and Porter? Absolutely, I want to see it. But this is why Crawford keeping his composure. Oh, if I fight Shawn and beat him, y'all going to shit on him? People already calling him a gatekeeper. You out your damn mind. And some people feel like he beat Earl. What the fuck y'all talking about? I had it a draw with the knockdown, and I ain't even being biased. Some people had him win it. I did. It was a draw, but that's what I'm talking about. And as far as Crawford, that's my dog. People gonna call you a duck, Crawford, for every little thing. Don't worry, because you're gonna fall in the category with all the other greats who's been called ducks. Wilder, AJ, Canelo, Lomachenko, Triple G, the list goes on. Floyd Mayweather. They all call you a duck, but they still gonna want to watch you at the end of the day. Welcome to the Duck Club. Thank you. I'm out this motherfucker.
Nah. Hold up. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I want to ask you, because I know you follow Porter's career early, so have you ever seen pictures of him and Crawford as professionals? Have you ever seen? Because you got hella pictures of Shawn throughout his entire lifespan. Do you have any in the vault of him and Crawford as professionals?
Listen. The only close video pictures you're gonna get of him, even in Ohio, is with him with Rasheed Warren. Terence Crawford fought in Ohio, his 7th pro fight in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's a fact. He fought his 7th fight. You're going to see with Rasheed Warren. I don't see nothing with Shawn Porter. So that's,
All right. Well, thank you, man.
Rasheed Warren.
All right. And, just for anybody who's like, yo, why is Ness giving this dude extra time? Who is he? Well, he runs a page that's been on for a bunch of years. He's always put us on throughout the years on Ohio boxers. Not that, many people at this point need awareness on Shawn Porter and who he is. But I say that to say that, he's always bigged up his city. It's like my man Kerry Davis in Texas. He bigs up, they focus on their city and only report on that. So it's like my other man, Juan Marshall from the Belt, boxing on the Beltway, which is in the DMV area. It's a lot of dudes that like to just stay local, and you get the best information from them because they are invested in those gyms in that area. On the ground. They on the ground with it. So I respect everything that Ohio Run Boxing do. Plus, if you follow his page, he's obviously very creative on the GIFs and memes and all type of shit. He'll clip a movie in a heartbeat and make an IG video out of it. Let me see what we got. Went to everybody over there. Coming back over here. We got Rue in the 504. Talk to me.
What up, Rue?
Yeah, what's going on, fellas?
What up,
I mean, this is just Crawford making decisions for his career, I guess. I mean, if we're at this point next year having this same discussion, I think it's safe to say that Crawford is comfortable with the way things are going at Top Rank. I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if he's facing these 140-pounders that are on their stable this time next year. I don't know, man. It's just boxing, the business, just ruining things. He very well may be just like the IBO president.
Champ. This ain't business because he ain't mentioned shit about money. If that was the thing, it would have been perfect because then you leave it up to Bob to make the fight happen financially. This ain't business.
And that's fair. And it goes back to Bob Arum. He wants to control everything. So I don't know, dude. But Crawford just may be comfortable with his position if nothing gets done. I mean, the IBO president, every time something suggested that's common sense things to grow that organization. It's like, no, we're fine where we are. Bud might be fine where he is. I mean, we can't push him. I mean, it's just disappointing. We just get cheated as boxing fans again. It is what it is. But that's my call.
Well, Ruin the 504, man. Thanks for calling in. Let's see what we got. Stunner, New Jersey.
What up, Stunner?
What up?
Damn,
before
Mike,
I
you
speak on the
sound
stuff.
deflated
I'm just
over
trying to
there.
get, like, wrap my head around like
Oh,
the calls and things like that, man. But go ahead, Stunner.
all right. Before I get into it, yo, let me drop this quick freestyle from Mike. All right, this how it go. Terence Crawford ducked the PBC back to back. No Garcia, no Porter. Now we back to that. Don't talk about Terence Crawford ever again. This pussy nigga said him and Porter are better as friends. Now,
Ooh, he only 16. Stunner, you funny.
now, I'm tired of all these dudes signed to these obscure promotional companies like Top Rank and Dazn. You sign on to Gilligan's Island, and the first thing you do within the first 12 months of your fucking contract or whatever the fuck the case is you start begging and pleading for the PBC to come across the street and save you. Guess what? Let me hit this blunt real quick. All right. For 2020, I want to see all you AJ fans and all you Crawford fans. I want to see y'all have miserable, boring years. I want y'all to enjoy these boring fights that Crawford and AJ got promised to y'all. Okay, AJ's fighting two European, non-English speaking dudes. I want y'all AJ fans to have fun with that while you guys keep talking about Wilder. All you Crawford fans, I want y'all to get ready to see him fight two obscure top-ranked dudes we don't talk about on a daily basis. All right. All the while, you guys are keeping Spencer's name in your mouth, keeping Crawford and Porter's name in your mouth, uplifting the PBC and Fox. Keep doing that. Because guess what? Y'all don't have any type of exciting fights to look forward to as fans of those fighters. So have fun with that, man. I'm out.
Stunner, thanks for calling in. Intrigue the Incredible. Yo, you need like a Rakim,
Need like
Rakim intro.
I was thinking about like
Yeah.
more
What's
like
good,
the
homies?
Incredibles movie intro.
Man, this shit is ridiculous, man. Listen to all these Bud fans coming and calling in with that ridiculous shit, man. It's crazy, man. And I was wondering when y'all was gonna say something because that interview was on that hooker fight. It was live on that fight. When he said it, I was like, man, what type of shit is this, man? This dude need a fight, and he talking about he don't want to fight him because he friend. One Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter friends when they fought.
Hell
Wasn't
yeah.
they friends? Am I missing that, or am I wrong? Man, I'm pretty much done with Bud, man. It's like right now he want to fight the coin machines in the world and all in
Yo,
the milk
I
carton.
ain't never heard
Hey,
him
man,
call him coin machine.
coin machine. That's who he want to fight. So, like, real talk, if he want to fight somebody, I'm done with him trying to fight the elite folks. He need to fight. He need to fight some of these PPC leftovers like Jaron Ennis, give him Josito Lopez, somebody like that. Because otherwise, man, you know what I mean? I just don't see him trying to make no fights with Thurman, with goddamn Porter, with Spence. None of them. You know, I just don't see it happening, man. But it's just crazy, man, listening to these fans call in with this ridiculous shit that they talking about, man. It's just crazy, man. But that's my call, man.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in. Oh man, he said coin machine. We went to Decatur, Georgia. Oh shit, is it over? Nah, man. What the fuck? Come on, Seven. Come on, Seven. You ain't talked yet, Seven, man. Damn, it's over. Some bullshit. Ain't this some bullshit?
Why you so upset?
Oh, we got Trey. Trey.
What up, Treyway?
What up?
Treyway.
Oh, and we got Ryan. All right, I see y'all. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people there. All right, we're going to go to Trey first, and we're going to pick it back up. I got y'all. I know we got the boomerangs. Don't get scared, boomerangs. I'm just talking about new people or people we haven't gotten to. All right, so we're going to Trey first. Trey, talk to us.
Hear me?
Yep.
The Wilder shit just dropped. The tickets gonna go on sale at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, we
I
know.
just saw it on the.
I was just looking at fucking plane tickets and shit, man. I'm thinking about pushing my damn surgery back. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to that
I'm buying them.
motherfucker.
I'm about to buy my shit right now. I'm going. Bud, shut the fuck up, Bud. Tell Bud to fight somebody, man. Tell Bud to fight Porter.
Who is you?
Tell Bud to fight Porter or Danny. Don't nobody want to fight. Who else he gonna fight? Green Machine, little brother.
Coin
machine.
Coin
apparently
machine.
Danny and them not worried about Bud.
Danny already told him it'd be the biggest fight he ever had.
Apparently,
It'd be the
Dan
Danny
ain't
Garcia
not worried
show.
about Bud. You see, Ness ain't played the sound bite yet.
Oh! I got it. Here you go. After her. I got it up on the Q&A thing. Cause if I play it off the messages, it might be too loud.
Hey, y'all going to the fight in Vegas, right?
Probably,
y'all going to the Wilder?
Probably not. Probably not. But it's Mike's fault. I want Mike right now to take blame for that because I was trying to get Mike to fly to Texas, and then he told me he was doing the surgery, so we kind of turned those plans off.
Surgery is still in play. I just really want to go to that fight, and I know if I have surgery, I can't travel. So
that's the 22nd too. That's the week right before. So I mean, look, it's doable. It's doable. I just wish they had a podcast, bro.
Even if I gotta go by myself,
you said
I'm
what?
going. Even if I gotta go by myself, I'm going. That's my call.
Believe me, you ain't gonna be by yourself at no Wilder fight.
Hell no.
That should be packed. That should be packed. But thank you for calling in, Trey. Let's see who else we got. We got T Plum's Florida. Talk to me.
Hello. Hello.
What up?
Hey, Ness, I'm convinced you got me on TBV blacklist. You don't be answering my calls. You be skipping over. You don't be seeing me. But anyways, back to get on topic.
Man, you got a lot going on. You on Bluetooth? Because we lost you. Yo.
Not answering.
Yo, we lost you, man. I don't know if it's your Bluetooth or your service.
Hello?
You hear me now?
Yes.
You hear me now? All right. So, yeah, Bud be double talking because 1 second he say, I'll fight anybody, no problem. Then the next second, in the same breath, he come back when you say Porter, oh, I'm not interested, it don't make sense, blah, 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 whatever. Secondly, for some reason, everybody expect PBC to bow down to Top Rank and Bob Arum and all that stuff. Oh, come over here, but they're not sending nobody PBC way. Next second, Tim Bradley made this dumb, bold statement calling everybody on PBC cowards. Next thing you know, people on PBC calling out Bud either uninterested or not responding like to Danny or whatever, with every excuse in the book, and these dudes justify every single thing Bud say, like this nigga could do no wrong. So it's the hypocrisy in these Bud fans, and I don't hate Bud, but they making me hate Bud because they just call and they say these stupid things. They be saying stuff in the chat. Like, y'all dudes ain't got nothing to stand on. If Bud said, then it's golden to y'all dudes. That's it.
Cut it.
T Plums, man, my bad, man. I didn't know I'd be leaving you out there. Ryan in the 6, Canada, stand up.
What up, Ryan?
Fellas.
What up?
It's good. It's good. Yo, I see you guys had Castillo Clayton on a few days ago.
Sure did.
And that's big. I hope he gets that stuff settled out.
Yeah, man.
Basically, Crawford got to take this Porter fight, man. You got to take it. I mean, they're not giving him no respect. Everybody's saying he's ducking the PBC guys. You just gotta step in there and say, "Yo, let's do this. I'm gonna take you all down one by one." Because until he does that, they're just gonna keep pulling him down in the pound for pound rankings. And I think he's the best fighter in 147, no doubt. So I mean, I was disappointed when I heard he said it doesn't mean nothing, because it means something. It clearly does. That's my call, fellas.
Yo, take 2 Tylenol and call me in the morning, okay? I see you not feeling well.
Yeah, bro.
He says he's the best in the division. Yo, Majid in Florida, talk to me.
What up, Majid?
What up, man?
What it
Hey,
do?
man. Shit. Everybody need to like this video just to get started. I guess I could start by saying I even remember the sparring footage they had of with that Porter and Broner. They was cool before they fought, but they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I want to see is Bud fight somebody that we know and show us something to prove that all this shit that everybody talking about is real. But then again, we ain't about to. Next, tell these people before they call. Tell them to make a fucking example of friends that fought each other before they even go with their little sad ass points, man. But I'm about to get ready to leave Florida back to Ohio. That's all I got, man.
And
Super chat coming in
Hold
from.
on, Mike. Hold on, because I don't want you to think I've been ducking you. That's not my thing.
Nappy here. You know you.
Oh, what's this, bruh?
I didn't even know. I didn't know he said that. Go ahead.
Nappy here. You know you walk around the USA Championship with Nappy ass here. You couldn't even afford a pick. Excuse the word, bro.
Oh shit, he said. What's this? This my interview?
Keep going.
Who is this?
I think it's yours.
I know. I remember this. He got a lot of hate for that comment.
Like coming at us. Bro, you ain't got nothing, young. What he got? You got $1 million, bro. You want to bet $1 million that Danny whoop your ass all over? Move up to 47, young boy.
A few moments later.
Like, what is the problem here?
Right.
Like, why are you worrying about PBC fighters?
Well, he's saying, well,
I understand they saying 47 will step it up, but he's a WBO champion.
Right.
You got 100 top WBO ranked.
Right.
100 people you can pick out of. Fight your number one contender.
Right.
Yeah, man. I gonna have to replay that. My son came in. Right about here.
Nappy here. You know you walk around the USA Championship with Nappy ass here. You couldn't even afford a pick. Excuse the word, bro. Guy coming at us. Bro, you ain't got nothing, young. What he got? You got $1 million, bro. You want to bet $1 million that Danny whoop your ass all over? Move up to 47, young boy.
A few moments later.
Like, what is the problem here?
Right.
Like, why are you worrying about PBC fighters?
Well, he's saying, well,
I understand they saying 47 will step it up, but he's a WBO champion.
Right.
You got 100 top WBO ranked.
Right.
100 people you can pick out of. Fight your number one contender.
Right.
I mean, he did that. He fought the number one contender. What was the point? I'm lost.
Just the energy change. That's all. We got a super chat coming in from Trenton Jones. Reed Richards and Mr. Fantastic. Porter is not a gatekeeper. He is elite, beats Bud, Pack, and Spence in rematch. He continues to get better. Showtime.
Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. Okay. You know, that movie never really popped off, bruh. And I wasn't a big comic book dude. Don't get me wrong. I had comic books. I was just, I wasn't a big Fantastic Four. But anyway, who's up? Oh shit, Bomb Boxing Boomerang.
What up, Bond?
It was a great interview this morning. I had to jump off and go back to work real quick, but I finished that interview. And the only thing, man, like I love the line of questioning you and Mike. And Mike, I saw your facial expressions when he would try to get around the question. As far as when it would come to what needs to be done, like who's the mandatories, because they literally don't have any mandatories. So honestly, after hearing this dude a few times, I really don't think that the IBO is going to really do anything while he's at the helm. You know what I mean? I think it's just going to stay status quo, independent and small, and they're going to collect their paychecks, and they're never going to be a big five. You know what I mean? It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad for the IBO, for the belt, and for the title holders over there. But yeah, I know FC hit me. I got a bet. I got to do a super chat because I was wrong about something. But it looks like Wilder and Fury is official. You guys seeing that? You guys know about that? I don't know if you talked about it.
We've been getting messages. We just trying to wrap this up, eat some lunch, and come right back.
That's what I'm talking about, fellas. All right, let's get at it. I appreciate y'all, and I'll holler at you. But yeah, no, that's my thought on the IBO, man. It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, man, I was actually gonna say that live, and then I was just like, you know what? Let me just hold back. But I was gonna say it seems like he's content, eating off the little people. You know, he looking at it like, yo, I'm getting a lot of little bites from these Germans, South Africans who need me. These guys don't need me. Like he's catering to his market the same way that, like, you know, a Coca-Cola costs $1, so you get a CNC. You know, you cater to that market, the people that just can't afford them dollar Coca-Colas. You know what I mean? So that's what he's doing. He's staying in his lane. But at the same time, if you're gonna do that, stop complaining. Stop complaining, because you stand in your lane. You don't want change. You wanna talk about everyone else, but you don't want to get involved to change. Because if you're part of the Big Five, or you become one of the Big Five, you obviously will be heard. You know, right now come on, man. Look, Porter and Danny could be fighting for that belt. They ain't fighting for that belt because what the fuck is that to them?
And that's what I always say, you know what I'm saying? More than anything, boxing is a global sport. And when you're able to make the amount of money that these sanctioned bodies can in different territories, what's the urgency to push to be a top five or be a legitimized like that, you know what I'm saying? So with that money that's coming from South Africa and Germany and wherever else, he's, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say I'm harsh, but it just seems like he's content with what he has.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Seems like the theme of the show today, man. People being content with what they have, man. I know. Sad.
We got right here. We got a super chat coming in from Calvin. Wilder Fury just announced. Trenton Jones come back with another one. Says, I have Porter winning. Facts. That one white boy says, I have Porter winning as well. And Mayan Barnes had a super chat, but he retracted it, so he's just showing love. Ohio Runs Boxing says, Team Porter all day.
To this
two times on Sunday, goddamn it.
Did we ever get to El Teaser?
Yeah, man, I think El Teaser kept on coming on and
off,
man.
Bad. Is that people don't know how to use the mute, but now he learned, it looks like. What up, El Teaser? You good? All you got to do is talk.
What's going on?
What up,
First time caller.
First time call. Damn, really? Because I've been seeing that screen name for a long time. Like, not today only. Okay. Go for it, champ. Where you calling from?
Calling from Wasilla, Alaska.
Oh, wow, Alaska. Thank you.
Ain't it still like nighttime over there? You know what I'm saying? Y'all like got like all day, like night or whatever, 30 days a night?
Yeah, 6 months a night.
That's crazy.
Well, I just call in to tell you guys I appreciate the work you do, you and Mike, and Doomsday, who else? Big Super Mex and a casual fan. And I'm going to upgrade my Patreon once I move so I can get more active on the community. I can't really talk on the topic because I didn't hear it. I only heard the end part because I just came off of work. That's pretty much my call.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. Damn, man.
One more thing. Shout out to Ohio Runs Boxing. Called a 6-year on his box record.
Alaska known for that good weed too, man. Weed been legal in Alaska for a long time.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Dan, the thing is that I would never visit Alaska. It's just too much cold. There's nothing out there.
They got summertime, like 2 months out of the year.
Yeah, but they don't get summer go on the beach. They ain't got no beach.
Yeah. I mean, they ain't got no beach, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It gets nice out there.
You can't be in a swimming suit out there.
Go to the woods, you know what I'm saying? See some like nature and shit.
Nah. I'm good, man. I'm good. Vacation to me is the Caribbean, man. I'm telling you, listen, we getting together. There's already a few of us in the Border Wars chat is going down in May. We're going to be in DR. I'm telling y'all, better save y'all pennies now. And it ain't expensive. I'm telling you, you could get in with us at like anywhere between a $600 to $900 rate. And that's everything included. Flight, hotel, food, liquor. Women ain't included. That ain't included. But everything else is included. You know, eat all you want all day. Drink all you want all day. It's gonna go down. I hope they
ain't got no packages where women included for that.
No, this ain't this ain't Saudi Arabia, my man.
Oh, whoa. Big ups to I don't, man. We ain't gonna do that.
Nah, that was a bad joke. I'm not a political guy. Not a political guy. Let's see. Let's go to what do we got? So many people sneaking. Oh my God, he must have been waiting forever.
Who that?
Damn. But that's the bad part of not being a boomerang and that. But that don't mean nothing about you. You know, you still my mans in them. You know that.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño,
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Tonight, Roy. Let's go to work.
Yo, y'all hear me? I got some new headsets, man. Hot time.
Man, them shit sound horrible. You inside
Ah,
you in the
man.
toilet. You in the
Ah,
toilet.
yeah. Damn, dog. These the only headsets I got.
Are you sure that's connected though?
Yeah, I'm connected. I was just on the phone with somebody too, man. I asked him, I said, how it sound? He was like, it don't sound bad.
I mean, it sound like you coming through a can, but we gonna fuck with it. Go with it.
Alright, I appreciate it, dog. But yeah, I wasn't waiting that long, man. My damn service ain't too good. Shit kept dropping in and out, in and out. So I actually missed quite a bit of the show, but I did catch the gist of it. And I'm kind of mad, man, because I had said that I heard some things Bud was saying about what he's willing to do for 2020 to make these big fights, and I was super excited about it. And I even said I don't care if he plans on actually doing it. At least he's saying it. At least he's saying he's willing to do whatever it takes to make these fights. And then to hear that video of him, just not wanting the Shawn fight, and I don't know, man. I feel like Info Joe. I kind of got the boxing blues for a second. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, are we back to square one again? I at least want to hear him. I at least want to hear him say, yeah, I want Shawn. I want this. I want that. Make it look like they ducking you or something. I don't know. I just don't want to hear Bud talking about not wanting to fight this person or that, especially about being friends. I hope he didn't say that. I didn't hear it in that video, but I really hope it didn't. No friendship shit. Because we can go down the line of fighters who have fought that are friends and people in real life. You know what I mean? Most people out here have best friends, and y'all probably strapped back in the day when you were kids, and that's why y'all so damn close. You know what I'm saying? So that shit don't. I don't mean nothing to me.
Cut it.
Thanks for calling in, Jesus. This show ain't never gonna end, Mike. We going past 12 o'clock. Has this ever been done?
Nah, not in the morning. I think the closer we got like 11:45.
Shit, man. Why y'all doing this,
That's that
man?
bud, man. Motherfucker gotta realize, man. Some people are stars and some people are not. Love them, hate them, don't like them. It is what it is.
Crazy the amount of callers today. Where my man's in the mat?
BoxingVoice.com.
When I was locked up in county jail, I thought the Southside was gonna fight. I knocked out the Southside. Teardrop.
BoxingVoice.com.
What you gonna say about that, Deontay? What you gonna say about that?
Hold on a second.
Shit,
What
that
up?
should be knocking right there.
Yeah, that's the D. Hey, that's from Dollar right there. Dollar DI Bias. Go hit that man up. He'll get you a sick intro. What up, Ness? What up, Mike? I hope y'all's holidays was good.
What up?
Shoot, I got the day off. I'm spending it with my wife. I'm in and out of the podcast, but man, I'm disappointed that Porter's not, I'm sorry, Bud's not gonna negotiate with Porter. It's kind of sad, man. I really wanted to see that fight. Shawn Porter's one of my favorite fighters. He's always fought the best. He ain't no gatekeeper. He's the man, bro. He's the people's champ. That's my man. But man, yeah, it's a good thing that they finally announced it. I guess Fury went ahead and got on his social media and announced it. So there'll be another show. That's what's up. I'll call in on that one. But until then, smash the like button if you haven't. Tune into the Boxing Voice. And big ups to everybody out there listening.
White boy John in Texas. Thanks for calling in. All right, so now we got Michael. I'm gonna go with Michael. You gotta unmute, Michael. On your Skype app, unmute. Michael _ Annie.
Yo, Michael, what's going on, homie?
Annian. Michael, unmute, Mike. There you go.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's
This
up?
This is Michael. I'm not a new time caller, but I'm Michael from Toronto.
All right.
Yeah. I want to give you guys thanks for putting on this show. I'm on work. It's a good show to pass time, and it's entertaining. I guess it makes the day goes by pretty fast. But yeah, man, I'm just hearing the news, and Terence Crawford. I love Terence Crawford, by the way, but I want to see that fight, But I don't want to hold you guys too long. Much respect. Take it easy, guys.
All right, Michael, man. Well, thanks for calling in, and hopefully we get to keep hearing you call in. It's boomerang season, I believe. I'm going to skim through, make sure I got to everybody. Don't want to leave any man behind. And if not, we're going down the boomerang line. Yeah, I think it's everyone. All right, taking it from the top. Joshua, New Orleans.
Yeah, man. At this point, like I said, first of all, you seem to always mix and match my call up. I say I would love for Porter and Bud to fight, especially the shit Kenny Porter talking since he put it out there in the universe. Fuck all that French shit. Porter just need to get his ass whooped, and that's what it's gonna be. I'll take any bet with the last two in White Bone John. I mean Charlie Z. I don't know which one he is because he got that Charlie Z shit in his intro. I don't know if y'all knew that, but Trenton Jones or White Boy John, I'll take a bet with them two. On the last super chats they just posted on Porter and Bud when they fight. Like I said, man, he might as well Bud might as well just say, step in that role and step in them shoes he in. He got hate coming for him, love it, hating on him or not, and that's just what it is. No matter what he go do, it's gonna be always critiquing. I don't understand, but that's just the way it is. When you great, they always hate. I had a question for you earlier, and as I said, after he beat Porter, and when he fight Porter, because he never said he wouldn't fight Porter, he said they was friends, but he said it had to make sense. But if it's on the table, I'm sure Bud will make the fight. What happens next after he beat Porter? Who do you want him to fight next, and who pressure you put on? When is Spence ready for him to fight? No, after he beat Porter, what's next? Because it's gonna keep getting moved back. After he beat Porter, they're gonna say he was washed down.
And this is why callers are calling in saying that it's not PBC job to give Crawford a fight, just like it's not my job. You asking me what's next. Bruh, did you ask me did I want Horn? How about that, Benavidez? You asked me did I want that? How about Khan? Did you ask me? So don't ask me what the fuck is next. You know what the fuck is next? Top rank diet. JD, Texas, boomerang.
How's the audio on this Skype?
Perfect.
Okay, yo, who was that just called in? That was Josh, right?
Yep.
Man, he took some of my talking points. Listen, I was gonna say, by the time how the story goes, like, don't it go something like if somebody say something, by the time it get to the 100th person, it's a totally different story from what he said. Well, the man never said he would never fight Shawn Porter.
No, he called it pointless. He just called it pointless. Don't sound like the same shit.
Basically, what I got from it, how I interpreted it, he said he was basically saying it's last resort. Like if he's out there, and if he's available and I'm available and nobody else is available, well then we can get it on. That's what I got from the interview. But a lot of people are taking it as he's saying, well, I'm never fighting that guy. No, I didn't get that. You know what I mean? But I guess that was the 100 person. You know what I mean? But and Mike, you said something earlier. You was like, I'm just laughing at these callers. Like I think that's what you was thinking, man. Like how the fuck they get all that from that? You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, I don't want to hear that friend talk because look, Danny Jacobs been fought 2 of his already.
Cut it.
Beat it, man. Minute 30, man. All these excuses.
Yeah, man. We just sitting back, man, taking it all.
All
in,
these excuses, man.
People got their narrative and they talking points, but at the end of the day, man, it can only be one.
Hey, man. Excusas in Spanish. CYP.
Yo, what up? Let me cook real quick. Juan Manuel Marquez, 3-division world champion. The motherfucker only fought at 147 for big money fights. That's not even his division. Can't call a man a gatekeeper when he ain't even got a key to the goddamn gate. That's not his division. Let's stop that bullshit. There's a difference between being a gatekeeper and a journeyman. A gatekeeper is what Austin Trout is right now. Austin Trout lost to big name after big name. Fought four no names, then fought big name, lost again. When they want you to get a good win, they send Austin Trout to you. I don't want that to happen to Porter because Porter will have big name losses. Last thing. This dude, Charlie Zinanoff, is a known racist weirdo with a mental issue. This dude used Charlie Zinanoff's call to Deontay Wilder in his intro as if nobody would recognize that. My God, you have to be a real fucking idiot to do that, knowing this man's history. I knew you was a fucking weirdo. I try to tell people on this show you a fucking racist, and you be trying to play people on this show like you're not. Nobody would do that. Even white people don't fuck with Charlie Zinanoff. Even white people don't fuck with him, but you got him in your intro like a fucking retard. We caught your ass. We exposed you. J Mac, good shout out, man, because we talked about it yesterday. Great observation, my man. That shit is mad weird, my man, and I'm telling you, if I ever see you in person, you have to answer for that. Charlie Z, CYP out.
No.
What up, No?
Oh, how my audio sound?
You good?
I ain't feeling that Charlie Z shit either, you heard me? So I don't know, man. He need that man dude need to holler back at Dollar on some shit. But on the Crawford situation, you dead. Shit, bro. I look at it like this, man. We not getting the Spence fight next. He about to fight whoever. If Spence lay up there and fight Danny or whoever he about to fight, that's gonna eliminate all excuses for the Crawford fight now they have. Because if you fought Danny and you beat Danny, we know you all good. Ain't no excuses. We know you tip top. Spence, you back. The Terminator back. Cool. Now, in between time, I want Crawford to fight the best fighter that he can fight. And if that's Porter, I want to see the Porter fight. I don't want to shut the Porter fight down and then you fight some motherfucker I don't even know. Fuck that. I want the Porter or the Danny or whoever you can get to come over there until we find out, all right, we did the same dude. Cool. Ain't no excuses. We know you tip top. Spence, you back. The term. Yeah. That's what we want. That's what we want, you hear me? Now, like I said, Ness, you got to look at this shit. Now, Porter irrelevant, so you going to overstep Porter.
Cut it.
Bomb boxing, Boomerang.
What up, Bon?
This heavyweight title fight.
All right. Well, that is... Jonathan Sims slid up in there. What up?
What up, y'all? Great show. I'll keep it brief. I think obviously Porter is a great fight, but one thing I do want to touch on, and Stainless kind of mentioned this, what's flying under the radar is Danny called Bud out. But do folks know Danny is the WBO Mando? He don't even really need Top Rank to call out. He could force the mandatory.
Well, he ain't the Mando. He's only number one. That Mando ain't been called because they never even called Cav Velasquez. Bud went ahead and fought Cav Velasquez before.
He is the Mando. I give you the link. If you scroll down, he's the mandatory. He fought Cav Velasquez so they wouldn't force him to fight his mandatory. So Danny is now they may not be calling for it, but Danny is the new mandatory.
It ain't no mandatory till they call it. Right now, he's just number one.
Well, in the website, it say mandatory Danny Garcia. I'll send you the link.
Well, that's beautiful because we don't need to negotiate then. We're going to get the percentage.
Exactly.
We're going to get the percentage we deserve, or we're going to go to first bid.
If really want to work, go for it. And if they asking...
but that's the thing. That's the thing. You got to understand. That's a waste of time anyway. Danny already getting a shot at 2 belts. Why would he go as a mandatory shot versus Crawford for 1 belt?
Why you talking about sending the contract?
Hey, because if the offer right, the offer right.
Man, come on, man. You go get the belt. The money gonna get right because now you a champion again.
Hey, if they say, listen, everybody knows he's also the mandatory to Earl, and everybody knows he already got that fight, which comes with 2 belts. If you're trying to tell us somehow he should fight Crawford instead of that, you know.
I'm not saying that, but don't say send me a contract then. But if you really want
that's
that
exactly
fight,
what you do. That's exactly what you do, because guess what? I got options. I could go fight Earl Spence, who everybody already thinks is the best and has 2 belts on pay-per-view, or I could entertain what Top Rank is going to send me. What are they going to send me? What are they going to send me? Are they still going to send me a flat fee for $4 million? Because I'm about to get an Earl Spence fight for 2 belts on pay-per-view. Come on, man. Y'all got to stop, bro. Why y'all do this to yourselves? Stop, man. Stainless Boomerang.
Don't take too long. I heard something about water that announced the tickets on sale, so I'm gonna get straight to my point, man. As I said, man, I done probably worked 20 hours in the last 30 hours. So, and it felt like maybe 10 because I had about 4 hours of TBV in that shit. So, fellas, thank you very much, man. I know sometimes the shit can be toiling. It's probably the second or third time y'all done went past 12 Eastern, 11:30 Central. So, thanks, man. I appreciate that shit. And as I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, because this is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, that's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Peace. That is everyone. For sure. Damn, what's up with Steve in Chicago? He ain't calling today. We out, man. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. We will be back with a Deontay Wilder announcement show. Hopefully they sent me a press release, give me some better details. We find out exactly where. I seen it said MGM, though. Yeah, man, I'm happy, man. Want to count the exact days? How many days we got? 22? So on the 22nd, right? So we got January 22nd, February. Damn, we right at 8 weeks. 8 weeks and oh no, we passed. We less than 8 weeks then, because it's supposed to be the 22nd, every 22nd. Shit.
Yeah, 22nd plus 30 days.
But that means he knew. That means he knew. If they announced it, that means he knew he was already working. Hopefully, is he back from Italy?
Yeah.
I'm about to hit him up. See what's up. Yo, Instagram, Twitter, and SGTO. Bruce. Oh wait.
Follow me on.
Oh, we went to Josh, right? Yeah, we went to him.
Yeah, Josh twice. Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross512, and follow me on YouTube at Mike on Sports. Peace out.
Peace.